Welcome, everybody, here to a 446 Sports production of Tioga Indian football here. We're live at the reservation, Tumey-Ingram Field here at Tioga High School, where your Tioga Indians come in with a 5-1 record, taking on the West Ouachita Chiefs with a 3-3 record. District game number 2, and we appreciate everybody tuned in to watch it. Again, my name is Billy French, proud to be your voice of Tioga Indian football. Of course, my partner to my left, but right on your camera, is Coach Thomas Scully, and of course Shane Henry, our producer behind the camera. Look, a big game here. It is homecoming night. A lot of distractions for this Tioga team, but we talked to a few of the guys last night at the coaches show, and you could tell that they're really focused on this ball game.
Yeah, you know, talking with Kenny Cohen last night at the columns over there, watching the parade, you know, when I asked him those simple questions, hey, how focused are we? He said, Coach, we were focused on Monday. So, you know, that's what you want to hear as a coach. You want your team to be focused. This is a huge district game right here. A lot of revenge coming back into this game. Another game where they got to come back and get theirs because of what they went through last year up at West Ouachita. So, again, no doubt about it, this team is ready to go. And I tell you what, I think they look forward to the teams that really put it on them last year. I think they look forward to those games more than the teams that they beat last year. So, again, a really focused Tioga team, a very healthy Tioga team.
Yes.
Considering what we went through last week. But, again, going to do it right there on that field for 48 minutes. So we're really excited to see what we have tonight coming out.
Well, last year, of course, we head to West Ouachita, and West Ouachita, it was a very, very undisciplined night for us here at the Tioga Indians. We lose 48-26 against that West Ouachita Chiefs team at their facilities, which is gorgeous, by the way. If you've never been to West Ouachita, it is in the middle of nowhere, but it is absolutely stunning here, the whole setup over there. But the Chiefs come over here, so it's the Indians taking on the Chiefs here tonight at the reservation. And again, the West Ouachita Chiefs come in 3-3 on the season. They lose to Richwood. They beat Jonesboro Hodge. They beat Winfield. They lose to Sterlington, beat Caldwell, and then lost last week to Franklin Parish in their first district game. So a lot of familiar opponents.
Yep.
So it's kind of a good gauge on what we're going to see. It's going to be a run-heavy night here a lot on this West Ouachita team. They will throw the ball a few times, but you're going to see that quarterback getting real low underneath that center, and it's just something that you're going to see. But it's going to be a fun night. It's homecoming night. It's a big deal here around Tioga. There's a lot of pomp and circumstances going. There's all kind of fun going. They got the homecoming queen's going to be announced at halftime, which we will keep it on the field to allow you to see who's going to be the homecoming queen here. You just won't hear us or hear anything, but you'll be able to watch it as halftime will come in. And so super excited about district game, Coach. I'm excited to see. We do have a few injuries. Like I said, we are healthy. We are blessed this year. We did lose Karlinski. Karlinski's out for the season. He's on crutches out there. So that mentality of next man up is going to really take over.
Yeah, Trayshawn Fisher's going to step into his place. And Trayshawn stepped in last week and did a very good job. They tried to man him up or single him out over there. And Trayshawn did a very good job. Also on the offensive line, when I go over the lineup, Hayden Laborde will be out tonight. He's sick, under the weather. So Holden Truckwell will step in for him, but we'll get to that later. But the thing that you got to think about when you think about West Ouachita, they're going to come in and they're going to get in that big eye, similar to what Sterlington did. They're going to run a similar defense to what Sterlington did. They're going to be very physical. We saw them earlier with the buses. They came in on one chartered bus. So they've got about 55 players. So very similar in size to Tioga and the amount of players that we have. But I'm going to tell you, this offense that we have averaging almost 50 points a game. Of course, Carvin Johnson on the season, he's got 851 yards, 12 TDs. And then Kenny Ponche, the workhorse behind Case, has got 145 carries for 1,065 yards, 13 TDs. And then Case Malone, the captain of that offense, he's 71 of 116 for 16 touchdowns. I mean, I don't know what else you can say about that young man. I've seen him take hits. He took a shot last week. He took a shot 3 weeks ago that most quarterbacks wouldn't get up from, and he's been tremendous. He's kept that offense poised. When they've needed to score, he's drove that team down and scored. And what can you say about that defense that's just played phenomenal?
Yes.
Bend but don't break defense of Coach Muter and that defensive staff, but you got to be extremely proud if you're a Tioga Indian of the turnaround of what these young men have done in a short 6 weeks, dating all the way back to the spring when Coach Crispin was named head coach. And what the transformation of what these Indians have been able to do, not only on that field, but in that locker room, in that weight room, and the discipline of this team has really echoed what Coach Crispin is all about.
Well, I don't know if they have a motto or not on the season, but I'm giving it redemption is the season motto for me. It is, and it's absolutely come true. Again, of course, Tioga comes in as 5-1, only lost this season against the defending state champion Sturtington Panthers, which we had to lead in the fourth quarter, and things just did not go away. We're going to shift gears here. We're going to turn the camera over as we get ready for the prayer and the national anthem, and then we'll come back with the starting lineups. This is 446 Sports, proud Tioga football sponsors.
Yeah, so what happened out there tonight?
We struck out at home with leftovers, then we remembered walk-ons.
What effect did the situation have?
Spirit soared. Nick took on a burger. Jen obliterated her ribeye po' boy. And speaking of spirits, Laura even scored a real tasty cocktail. She needed that.
Any lessons learned today?
Yeah. Head straight to walk-ons.
Scratch-made dishes, wall-to-wall TVs, craft beers, and cocktails. Walk-ons for the win.
Oh, welcome back, everybody, as we're getting ready for kickoff. About 16 minutes till we get ready to kick off here at Tumey-Ingram Field. This is Billy French, Coach Thomas Scully, and Shane Henry, proud to bring you Tioga Indian football every week here on 446 Sports as we're getting ready to see our Tioga Indians come out of the tunnel here. We'll watch them come out of the tunnel. We'll do the prayer. We'll do the national anthem, and we'll come back, and Coach Scully will give us our starters for tonight's ball game. As you can see, your Indians coming out of the end zone. Look at the smoke. Look at the sparkles. I don't think the smoke machine's working, Coach.
That's okay. I don't think they need the smoke. They're going to bring the smoke. You don't have to worry about that, Billy. But I'm going to tell you what, these guys are ready. They're locked in, focused. Just crossed a handful of them when I walked by, and you can tell that look in their eyes of what's going to happen tonight. And there's no doubt that they're ready to get this show on and ready to get after it tonight here at Ingram Field in homecoming.
Yes.
You know, what can you say? You were talking with Kenny and Cole. They ain't worried about the dance. They worried about this game right here, and that's what it's about. Like you said last night, dance means nothing if you don't get that W tonight. So
that's right.
Again, they're locked in and focused. They're going to have those red jerseys with the white pants on, and extremely excited to be here at 5-1. And you know what I loved about the conversation we had with them? They knew they know they're winners, and they know they wanted to go out as winners this senior class, and so that was their goal. That was one of their things was to leave this program as winners, and that's exactly what they've done up to this point. I don't know if you can see it in the camera, but as you see most of those seniors down saying a prayer on the track. But, man, the unity of this team, leadership is throughout. You know, and talking with Coach Crispin and talking with other coaches, but talking to these players, they don't need the coaches to get them motivated and to get that leadership. They're doing that leadership within that program, and that's all you can ask for if you're a coach. So super proud of these groups and what they've been able to accomplish so far. And I'm telling you, if you're watching tonight, live stream, you're about to see a show that you've never seen before because these guys are ready to go.
Big homecoming night here at Tumey-Ingram Field, here home of your Tioga Indians. This is a 446 Sports production of Indians football every week here on 446 Sports. We also carry a couple of other games here, but of course, you're lucky to hear us three. This is our show, and we love it, buddy. I promise you, we are proud Tioga Indian supporters here tonight as we're getting ready for the prayer and the national anthem.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the invocation given this evening by Braxton Fuller and remain standing for the presentation of our national colors.
Please bow your heads at this time. Dear Heavenly Father, I want to pray over each and every person on and off the field. Lord, thank you for allowing us to come together and watch the game that we love. Lord, I pray over each team for strength, for courage, and for safety. Lord, may everybody perform to the best of their abilities and let everything they do be for your glory. And in Jesus' name I pray. Amen.
Welcome back here as the Band of Indians play our national anthem here as we're about 11 minutes from kickoff as the captains get ready. We're going to turn it over to Coach Scully, and he's going to announce our Tioga Indians starters of the game.
Starting tonight on offense, at quarterback, number 17, Malone. At running back, number 21, Ponche. At the H-back, number 15, Adams. At left tackle, number 74, Jacobs. At left guard, number 70, Bayard. At center, number 55, Tucker Landry. Starting in place of Hayden Laborde tonight will be number 60, Holden Treadwell. And at right tackle, number 65, Roy. At the wideout, number 1, Johnson. At the other wideout, number 10, Shelton. And in the slot will be number 19, Isles. Defensively, on the defensive front, Champion, Sherman, Adams, Landry, Thomas, Fogelman, and Tarver Landry. That'll be your combination of defensive linemen on that front. At linebacker, you'll have Joe Rose and Kenny Ponche at the weak side safety. In the middle, anchoring down that defense, Cohen Henry. And at the Sam backer will be number 14, Bryson Fall. Your corners will be Trayshawn Fisher in replace of Karlinski Lloyd. As you heard earlier, he'll be out for the remainder of the season. And at the other corner, Angelo Shelton. Your safeties, Jackson Tarver and Kervin Johnson, along with our guy, and I'm trying to think of his name. I'm drawing a blank. Fisher. Not Fisher. Who's the other?
You talking about safeties?
Safety. Garrett. Sorry,
oh,
Garrett.
David Garrett. Okay,
David Garrett. My blank. I'm drawing a blank. So David Garrett moves around a little bit, but that's your starters for tonight for the Tioga Indians.
All right, Case Malone, Tucker Landry, and Kenny Ponche are the captains for tonight. Trying to get the numbers for West Ouachita if we can. 67. We got that's Joseph Wellerman. Looks to be number 56. Is that correct there?
Looks like it.
Yep, 56 is going to be Hayden Thrasher. and there's one more, but we'll get ready to get started here in just a moment here on 446 Sports. Tioga Indian football here, 8 minutes left, but it looks like we're going to start things a little earlier, and I like that. I like when we kick off a little early as the White Hat is down there getting ready to coin flip here for tonight's game. I'm super excited. I got to get down on the field a little bit before the game, Coach. Got to watch Case throw. I got to watch Ethan kick tonight, and Ethan Bridges looked real good today. He seemed to have his little groove going on. Then I watched Case throwing some vertical routes, and just 7 out of 7, just on the money in stride, hitting the guys. And it's always something when you can see your quarterback. He's really dialed in, and he's zoned in, ready for tonight.
You know what's interesting, talking with those with Malone, Case, the thing with Case working with his receivers in the spring and in the before fall camp, it's just amazing how well they were locked in as a unit, one unit, and that's what it takes as a quarterback.
All right, West Ouachita wins the coin toss, elects to receive. So West Ouachita will start it off. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, football fans across central Louisiana, now is the moment you've all been waiting for. It's game time. Your Tioga Indians come in with a 5-1 record, take on the West Ouachita Chiefs with a 3-3 record. District game number 2 here at the reservation here at Tioga High School. We are just about ready for kickoff, and we get to see Ethan Bridges come out, your kicker for Tioga, and he has been a touchback specialist all season long, and let's see if we can get him to do it right off the bat.
Well, what the thing with Ethan is, he takes everything he does personal. We had him in week 1 of the coaches show, and it was so funny to find out, or leading up to the Pineville game, he was trying to get over there. He and Coach Tripp were trying to get over there to Pineville so he could kick on that grass over there because, we're always playing on turf. So, but they wasn't able to do it. But the fact that he wanted to go out there and get an opportunity just says what type of young man he is. And, this special teams unit Coach Tripp has, they've done a phenomenal job all year long of doing their job, just doing their job, making great plays. You got guys playing both ways, going down that field, making tackles. So, again, we got a little hold up here in the middle of the field by the officials trying to get this game underway. But look, you can hear it in the air. You can see the homecoming festivities, all the pink going on because of, Cancer Month. So, again, what a great night of football, a little cool breeze out there. Our guy Shane was telling me he was out there sitting in the bleachers with his wife before the game, just enjoying the breeze.
I tried to get a couple of my buddies, Clayton, offered outside. I was like, hey, man, why don't you go up there and broadcast the game tonight so I can just sit out here and be a fan and just watch? He's like, no, you go ahead. You keep that to yourself. But it's going to be a beautiful night here. Of course, that cold front's moving in this weekend, so we're going to have a little bit of rain, but we're going to have some nice, cool temperatures here starting Sunday, I believe, here. And, of course, it is Louisiana. That could change within a matter of minutes. I think these officials are just waiting on the 7 o'clock hour before they do anything. They don't want to start early, I guess. But I know the people here at Tioga High School are absolutely ready as you see them start filing into the stadium. It's a good-sized crowd here, but they're known to get here right at game time. Again, West Ouachita comes in down off towards the Monroe area, comes down on that 165, and again, people, we got the radio announcement team behind us for West Ouachita. Great guys there. We got to talk to them a little bit before the game. Excited. They love what we do. Of course, they're strictly radio. They love in that video that we do here. So I was like, it's so crazy how when we started this, it was just us on our own starting just with a camera just to see how it worked, and it's just expanded so big. And of course, we have 8 football games every week here at 446 Sports. That's not including coaches' shows and everything that we do with Doug. Is 7 days a week kind of going with that 446 Sports family that we have. So appreciate them for the kind words that they have as we're finally getting ready here. I know y'all are tired of hearing me talk, and I'm ready to talk about some football. See, Shane said he is. He's tired of hearing me talk already as we're ready for some football here at the reservation. Chiefs versus the Indians here at the reservation. A big game of district game number 2 again here at Tioga High School. And now we're ready here as Ethan Bridges gets ready to kick it off from the 40. And he's been just dialed in all season long, Coach.
He has. He's done a phenomenal job. He had one game where he had a little lapse and missed a couple PATs, but since then he has been just incredible. And the kickoffs have been amazing, and that's what's helped this defense to kick the game off as we get underway.
Here we go. Bridges just a little short here. This is going to be fielded at the 12-yard line. Cuts back up and brought down. That is number 18, Spence Merritt. The sophomore returns it, and out comes that Coach Mooter-led defense here, trying to set the tone early on.
Yeah, great job right there by Fisher to get down there. Also, Christian Isles on the tackle.
Homecoming king, Christian Isles.
Christian Isles, and then also Kenny Ponche out there on that tackle on the kickoff to start the game.
Yeah, you're right. So there you go. We got Kentrell Bates is going to also come into the game. You said it earlier. Trayshawn Fisher is going to step back into that safety spot. Bates is going to take over the cornerback spot. And we are just about underway here, and you're going to see a lot of run-heavy offense here by this West Ouachita Chiefs. And he gets low under that center there, trying to hide, and they gives a quick handoff right up the gut, and nowhere to go. And the man, Mr. Sajavion Champion, with a big hit on first down.
Yeah, great job right there by Champion. Caleb Caprew, if I'm saying that correctly, is the running back, fullback for the Chiefs. Again, Champion doing what he does. The thing is, for the Indians, we've seen this offense on a couple of occasions this year. So again, to be able to have a offense like that from a defensive mindset, you can play full speed.
David Garrett, and that's going to be on the other side. That's going to be Kentrell Bates. As Garrett's going to follow the wide receiver at the bottom. They're going to pitch it. And again, Cohen Henry's right there. Trayshawn Fisher's right there. And let's see who that first man there. And that was, Cohen. Cohen was the first one there. Bryson Fall also in on the tackle. And only a pickup of maybe 2 yards. That's going to bring up third down.
Dustin Bowe on the carry for the Indians. He's the tailback.
Chiefs.
I'm sorry, Chiefs.
I'm going to do that all night long,
exactly.
Coach.
We don't get them mixed up. But you notice real quick that Coach Mooter's running a man-to-man right there as Garrett went across the field with his receiver. So again, trying to stack that box, put 9 in the box to defend that run, and Coach Mooter's got that dialed in right now.
Here we go. They're in the shotgun now. He's going to drop back. He's looking to throw. Nowhere to go. Hit. And there's A.J. Adams, the smooth senior of SmackDown, laying the wood right there early on in third down. Him and Wesley Sherman in on the sack.
Sherman was in on the sack, and so was our guy, it looked like Fogelman in on that as well. But, man, what a great job right there. Sent pressure from the edge. He stepped up in the box, and there was A.J. waiting on him.
What pressure by that defensive front, just absolutely pushing that whole offensive line back for the Chiefs as they're punting it right at that 2-3 yard line. Back is Jackson Tarver, our return specialist here. Low snap. He picks it up, and it's a low line drive kick. Tarver fields it at the 48, cuts back, puts a foot in the ground, and goes to the outside. Jackson Tarver to the 40, to the 35, and finally brought down right around that 30-yard line. And Jackson Tarver with a beautiful, beautiful play, but we do have a flag right around that 27-yard line.
Well, I couldn't see it. I know the Chiefs did a great job of covering on that punt, but, man, what a move by Tarver to get outside. He had guys right in front of him, put his foot in that turf, and then bounced it outside and was able to not pick up a nice gain. Almost got back to their line of scrimmage on the run, but we do have a flag out there, so we'll see what they're going to call here.
Looks like it's coming. The way they're pointing is going to be against Tioga. Might be a block in the back here. Because he fielded that ball right at the 48-yard line.
They're going to call holding.
Holding. Yeah, it's going to be holding on Tioga. So right where he fielded it, they're going to mark it back 10 yards. But 10 yards ain't nothing for this Tioga offense, led by senior quarterback Case Malone, who has absolutely just been dialed in all season long. Case has been when you've got Kervin Johnson, Christian Isles, Angelo Shelton to throw the ball to, and Tarver Landry, then you go ahead and throw in Kenny Ponche and Jackson Tarver to be able to hand the ball. It's just an absolute he's got to be salivating on this season, just knowing what he can do.
Absolutely, and here they come. They're going to come out in it looks like 3 wide over there at the top.
Here we go. Top of your screen, that's Christian Isles and Angelo Shelton. Kervin Johnson at the bottom of your screen with Kenny Ponche. Kervin goes in motion. They give it to Kervin. Kervin's to the left side. Breaks a few tackles. Still on his feet. Kervin Johnson breaks across midfield and finally drugged down about that 42-yard line. And that play by Kervin Johnson is enough for a Tioga first down.
Great job, little speed sweep right there to start the game. It's actually a pass, and Kervin Johnson hit that edge just like he's done before. And what great blocking right there on the edge by the receivers.
Quick, and they hand it off to Kenny Ponche. Kenny finds the seam, gets right up the gut, spins around, finally gets across the 35, right up to the 34-yard line, and a pickup of about 7, 8 yards for Kenny Ponche.
Ponche getting behind Troquel and Roy, and man, what a push right there by that guard and tackle on that right side of that line. Movement, and that's what they needed. And again, 2nd and 4 to go.
Here we go, Tioga in the hurry up. Hand it off to Kenny again. Kenny flips it to Kervin. Kervin flips it to Angelo Shelton, and the Chiefs do a great job of staying home in that situation. I want to say it's that number 18 or number 16 for the Chiefs, and the flip to Angelo had him, that Chiefs player, right in the perfect spot. If that doesn't go to Angelo and that's Kervin to the outside, he's gone for days.
And so a little razzle-dazzle with Coach Landry. I'll tell you, I hadn't seen that in him.
Case, quarterback keeper to the left side, cuts back up the middle. Quarterback, look at him go. Case Malone falls forward across the 20-yard line, and they're going to say he's down at the 20, and another Tioga first down.
Well, a little quarterback power play right there by Case. Got behind nobody else but Tarver Landry, and what a great job right there blocking up the middle as Isles goes to the top of the screen now.
Angelo Shelton and Isles at the top, Kervin Johnson at the bottom. We got Kenny Ponche standing to the left of Case Malone. That's Tarver Landry in that fullback spot. And Case drops back looking to throw. Pump fakes, throws it. He's got Kervin Johnson. Kervin puts a foot down and makes the catch. He's done it all year, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, that's what happened when you try to cover him with one man. We talked about it in every game. Everybody tries to put one guy on him, but what an unbelievable catch. He goes up, great throw by Case where only Kervin could catch it, puts the 1 foot down for the 6 right here with 8:09 left to go right here in the first quarter.
20-yard touchdown pass from Case Malone to Kervin Johnson, and Kervin makes something so difficult look so easy every time. As Ethan Bridges gets ready for the extra point, Christian Isles is the holder. There goes the hold. The kick is up. Plenty of leg, and the kick is good. 8:09 left here in this opening quarter. Tioga strikes first, 7-0. We'll be right back on 446 Sports.
When it comes to celebrating big moments, BK Distributors has you covered. From eye-catching fathead decals and senior banners to custom cutouts that bring your favorite faces to life, we help make memories larger than life. Cheer loud and proud with hand fans and personalized signs, or honor achievements with awards and trophies that shine just as bright as the people who earn them. Whether it's for your school, your team, your business, or your community, BK Distributors delivers quality, creativity, and service you can trust.
Welcome back, everybody. Here, Tioga strikes first, 7-0 on the 20-yard touchdown pass from Case Malone to Kervin Johnson. Again, difficult plays. He makes it look so easy here, and I know Case is just confident on he can just get it up there, and it doesn't matter, single coverage, double coverage, triple coverage, Kervin's going to make the play. As Ethan Bridges kicks it off a little bit better than that first one there, still going to be fielded at the 5-yard line. And watch Kenny Ponche, and what a tackle Kenny makes right off the bat. You can't, look, nobody can tackle him, but he sure can tackle you.
Oh, he's going to find a way to get in on that play. You know, we've seen him kind of, his role change just a little bit on defense, where in the beginning of the year he was playing both ways, playing every down, and now Coach Mooter's giving him an opportunity to get a little rest because Joe Rose has done such a great job at that linebacker position. But make no doubt about it, Kervin Johnson with his 13th touchdown on the season. Between the three of them,
it's a lot.
It's
hand off right to the right side.
42 touchdowns between the three.
And breaks the tackle and then gets hit immediately by a host of Tioga defenders. A.J. Adams in there again. Cohen, Rose is in there. There were so many of them. So Javion Champions coming out of the bottom of the pile. So I don't know who's going to do it's kind of very similar to what with the Gina game and the Sterlington game is that the tackles are hard to call out the right player because they're all in the mix.
Oh, yeah, and not only are they in the mix, but, man, they are just right now, they are dominating that line of scrimmage.
Here we go. Again, under center. That's the quarterback. Devin Ellis, he keeps it and falls forward here. The senior quarterback, Devin Ellis, falls forward and picks up about 3 or 4 yards, going to bring up third down.
6'1", 150-pound senior. I'm going to tell you, he's going to get ready to get beat around tonight because these guys are playing downhill. They're playing fast, and there's no doubt you can see this defense is amped up for this game tonight on that front line for sure.
Thomas, Sherman, Adams, and Champion on that defensive front are just absolutely getting huge push on that offensive line of the Chiefs. And again, the quick handoff and hit immediately by about 3 Tioga defenders, falls forward, and that looks to be just enough. That'll be just enough for a first down, so that'll move the chains for the Chiefs. Their first down of the ball game here, with 6 minutes, 37 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Tioga 7, Chiefs 0 here out of West Ouachita. District game number 2 here. Homecoming night here at the reservation as well. We're going to have all kinds of good things going on as we get to announce who our homecoming queen is tonight. We already know Christian Isles, number 19, the senior, is our homecoming king. Ellis under center here. Quick handoff. And man, was he hit, huh?
Well, not only was he hit, but the quarterback, Ellis, decided to keep it. And, here's the thing. It's not a wrap-up tackle. These guys from Tioga are coming downhill, and they're laying that shoulder right into him. So, again, as a defensive guy, you love when teams run this type of offense. Now, you don't when they bust one, but right now everybody's playing gap protection and doing their job.
Yeah, DBs right now, secondary is one-on-one here. No help over the top for these cornerbacks as they pitch it this time. And he's got a little bit of seam here, but hit. That looks to be Jackson Tarver, first man there. Pickup of about 2 or 3 more yards. It's going to bring up a third down now.
Well, when you're sitting back there and you got Tarver and you've got Trayshawn at about 6 yards, you really have 8 men in the box or 9 men in the box at sometimes. But you got to be careful. You got to make sure you get those tackles because they're going to throw it over your head or they may bust one, and we have nobody deeper than 6 yards right now.
Yeah, no help at all. And they quick handoff ball. There's that pitch. But Tioga is right there, Trayshawn Fisher, but he does break the tackle. We had someone there to stop him on third down, but he breaks the tackle, runs to the outside, and gets a first down. So that'll extend the drive, move the chains for the Chiefs, as the Tioga defense had some pressure in the backfield, just could not wrap him up.
Yeah, Fall couldn't get him wrapped up, and they did the pitch. Now, this is something we haven't seen all year. Starlington didn't do it, and Gina didn't do a really good job of it. But right there, the quarterback, Ellis, did a great job of pitching. So they work on that triple threat, triple option there. So he did a good job of pitching it to pick up the first down.
2 receivers at the bottom of your screen now, and they hand the ball off again, and this time hit by Tarver. And I'm trying to see who else was in on that tackle before touch. So Javion Champion was also in there. And I seen A.J. Adams coming up out of the pile as well. So only a pickup of 1 yard is going to bring up second down.
Great job right there by the interior line, just controlling their guy at the line of scrimmage. When they're foot-to-foot like that, running that triple option, it's really hard to shoot a gap. So they're just playing through the man right now.
Here we go. Under center is Ellis. And they do hand it off right up the middle, but Tioga's there to make the big stop and maybe pick up maybe a yard. It's going to bring up third down.
Big Case Thomas right there and A.J. Adams on the stop. Again, that defensive line, when you can control the line of scrimmage running this type of offense, you're going to have a big night defensively. So, again, great job right there. The way we run in this defense with Cohen being in the middle, there's really nobody that can get to the second level because they're able to handle those offensive linemen and keep keep the lineman off of the linebacker.
As here we go. Third down now and about 8. He rolls back to throw. Batted down by Tarver Landry. And the big fella, number 5, Tarver Landry, getting some pressure here. It's going to bring up fourth down for the Chiefs.
Great job by Tarver. Not only did he get pressure, he got his hands up when he realized he couldn't get to the quarterback. but there was nobody to throw to. He was just throwing it because he had so much pressure on him. So big stop right there by the defense. Gave up about 30 or 40 yards of offense, but was able to get this big turnover on downs right here as West Ouachita gets ready to punt the ball away.
Here we go. Jackson Tarver back at the 25-yard line for the Indians. And they're going to kick it away from him, and they're going to get a good bounce. That's going to roll all the way down to about the 15-yard line, and that's going to be a first down for the Indians here. 3:22 left for the first quarter. Tioga on top, 7-0. We'll be right back on 446 Sports.
At Alexandria Solutions, we believe every strong community starts with healthy minds and healthy families. That's why we're proud to stand alongside Tioga High School as a corporate sponsor. We're here to support the Tioga Indians from the classroom to the playing field, because when students succeed, our whole community thrives.
Welcome back here. 3:22 left here in the opening quarter. Tioga on top, scoring on their first possession of the ball game. Case Malone in the shotgun. Two receivers bottom of your screen. And Case is going to roll out to the right side and throws it to Curvin. Curvin catches it at the 25, breaks a tackle, still on his feet, still breaking tackles all the way down to the 40-yard line, and that'll move the chains and be an Indians first down.
Eli Cobb on the stop right there for the Chiefs, but man, what an unbelievable job. Catch and run after the catch. Curvin Johnson at 195 pounds, 6'4". It's not easy to bring that big fella down.
Here we go. In the shotgun again is Case Malone. He hands it off to Kenny Ponche. Ponche rolls to the right side. Kenny's got some room. Crosses 40. Stiff arm. Brought down about the 34-yard line. And Kenny Ponche with a big run. And it'll move the chains again for the Tioga Indians.
Asher Thompson.
First down.
Yep, Asher Thompson on the tackle there for the Chiefs. But Kenny Ponche doing Kenny Ponche things right there, bouncing it outside and picking up a huge gain right here for the Indians.
And we got a
Tucker didn't hear anything.
We got a little excitement there. False start on the offense. That'll back him up 5 yards. Hey, the excitement's in the air, buddy.
Oh, I tell you, I would love to know the conversation Tucker and his dad have when he does something like that. He's over there going, hey, man, come on. Like, what are we doing here, Tucker? And Coach Landry's over here just looking at him like, what are you doing?
Here we go here. 1st and 15 for the Indians. Case calls for the ball. He hands it off to Kenny. Kenny rolls to the left side and picks up about 5 yards, so gets it maybe 6, and it'll bring up second down now. And about 9.
I'll tell you what, Tarver Landry he was in the backfield, of course, and he's that extra lineman. He just kicked out number 40. Not only did he kick him out, he ripped his helmet off. And I'm telling you, a pancake early tonight in this game already.
Jackson Tarver into the game for Kenny Ponche, giving him a break here. Case has got 2 receivers. That's Christian Isles at the bottom. They give it to Jackson Tarver. Tarver breaks tackles, loves hitting that spin button, and gets around and falls forward and picks up about another 3 or 4 yards. And it's going to bring up 3rd and about 6.
Great job right there, getting behind Tarver again in that offensive line, being able to pick up 3 yards and making this 3rd manageable here for the Indians with 2:03 left to go in the first quarter.
We got 3 receivers at the bottom of your screen. That's Angelo Shelton, Christian Isles, and Curvin Johnson. Case do the quick pass to Curvin. Curvin, a good block by Christian Isles. And Curvin Johnson breaking tackles all the way down to the 10-yard line. And let's see where they spot him. If they spot him, I think they might give it to him at the 11-yard line. And they are. So it'll be first down here for the Indians. And they can get another first down at the 1-yard line. So Tioga now in the red zone. And that hurry-up offense
has forced them to take a timeout.
Yeah, timeout, West Ouachita. We'll keep it here as well here with 1:40 left here in this opening quarter. Tioga up 7-0, moving down the field here as Curvin Johnson making Curvin Johnson plays. There's only so many adjectives we could use when it comes to Curvin. He's so hard to tackle, and he can do it running, he can do it catching, and we just ain't seen him throw one yet. That's pretty much all he hasn't done this season.
That's about all he hasn't done. What I loved right there, they did a little isolation play where they had trips, but they stacked Curvin behind Christian, because Christian does such a great job of blocking. They did a little now screen to him, let Curvin knew that it was 3rd and 7. He needed to get 7 yards, and he hit it straight up the gut right there off of Christian's block. But what I wasn't understanding was Ouachita only had 2 guys over 3 receivers, so I'm sure they're going to take a look at that. But when you've got that kind of power as in receivers for Tioga, you've got to get at least 3 or 4 guys out there, and they wasn't able to do that on that last down.
All right, here we go. Angelo Shelton at the top of your screen. Kervin Johnson, Christian Isles at the bottom here. Ponche back into the ball game for Tioga, and they give it to Kenny. But good job right there by the Chiefs defense. That looks to be number 4. That is Brody Otwell with the tackle. And a loss of about a yard brings up second down now and about 11.
Great job by Otwell to scrape down the line of scrimmage. And, you know, Case not doing any type of fake or anything. He was able to get behind that big offensive line of Tioga and bring Ponche down with a loss there on that play.
Shelton, Angelo Shelton and Kervin Johnson now at the bottom of your screen. And Case rolls out to the right side. He goes back to the other side. That's Tarver Landry. Tarver's going to follow that block. And tackled, and if he cuts back into the middle, he probably got a score right there, but he left it. He was following Mario Jacobs, and Jacobs hit out, but Tarver went out, and that kept them from scoring, but it's going to bring up third down now in about 1 yard.
Well, they're actually going to give us a first down on that, but I think Tarver did that on purpose. Tarver just wanted to run over somebody. He looked back to see if that guy was coming. He said, no, I'm going to just get this guy right here.
Here we go. Case Malone in the shotgun. And they hand it off to Kenny. Kenny finds the seam in, untouched into the end zone. Kenny Ponche with a 1 yard touchdown score.
Great job right there by Kenny to get behind that big offensive line.
Flag,
and Kenny, well, got a little flag.
I think, well, the white hat threw it as Case walked by the white hat. And I think Case was just cheering, all right. I don't know. I'm not sure what the call is here. But I did see the white hat throw it as Case was running off the field right past the white hat. And I know Case Malone, he ain't talking to the official. I can promise you that.
Right.
He's probably just pumped up saying something. And let's see what the personal foul.
Huh. That's interesting. Because I didn't see it. As Billy's checking to see who it actually is against. But, again, touchdown's good. That was
against Tucker Landry. Yeah, right. Personal foul against Tucker Landry, so they're going to back it up for the extra point. But the 1 yard touchdown score is good. But hey, guess what? We have Ethan Bridges, so we can make this. He has the leg, should I say, to make this here. Bridges kicks is up. And it might be a little wide left, and it is. So the extra point is no good. Plenty of leg, but not good enough there. 43 seconds left here in the first quarter. Tioga scores their second touchdown. The score is 13-0. Tioga. We'll be right back here on 446 Sports. Welcome back here. 43 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Tioga 13, West Ouachita 0 as Ethan Bridges misses the extra point. His first miss since week 1 on extra points as Bridges gets ready to kick the ball off at the 40-yard line. And he kicks that one. He got a little. He had a little red. We're a family-friendly station here, but he had a little red something on that kick there to put that touchback. So Bridges does his job there. We'll keep it here. Like I said, 13-0. Tioga on top of West Ouachita as the defense comes back, forcing 2 possessions, 2 punch, coach, and that defense has been able to get some pressure in the backfield.
They've done a great job of getting pressure and giving the offense an opportunity to get decent field position. And then what does the offense do? Exactly what they've done all year. Kenny Ponche, Kervin Johnson. Kenny Ponche, Kervin Johnson. And just a heavy dose of that along with Case running it himself. And that's why we've got 13 here in the first quarter.
Here we go. Ellis under center. Hands the ball off and then hit. Trayshawn Fisher and David Garrett in on the tackle. Also Chase Thomas on that right defensive end spot here with 30 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Stay tuned. We got a little programming change next week. Instead of Thursday night at Quibido's, we're going to be Tuesday night at Quibido's for the coaches show this week. So remember, not Thursday night. We're going to be Tuesday night at Quibido's for the reservation roundup. Second down now for the Chiefs. And a quick ball comes out, but looks to be quarterback jumps on top of it here. And so Javion Champion is wreaking all types of havoc on the defensive line.
Champion and Case Thomas right there. When these guys jump up, that all they want to do is hit somebody as hard as they can, and that's exactly what they're doing on that defensive line. As the first quarter comes to an end, 13-0, your Tioga Indians as we go to the second quarter.
We're going to take a break, and we'll be right back here. 13-0, Tioga on top. This is 446 Sports, production of Tioga Indian football. We'll be right back.
Tonight's game is brought to you in part by your local convenience stores, where friendly faces, cold drinks, hot snacks, and everything you need are just around the corner. For a quick stop before the big game, your hometown convenience stores are always ready, always here for you. Swing by today, and remember, support local, shop local. Highway 28 East Chevron, Kingstop, Fuel Plus, Ball Chevron, and Cougar Stop.
At Woodman Life, we believe in standing strong for our communities because together we can build a brighter future. From supporting local schools with resources and scholarships to sponsoring programs that give children the tools they need to succeed, Woodman Life is proud to invest in the next generation. Our members live, work, and serve right here in your hometown, volunteering and making a difference.
Welcome back, everybody, as we start the second quarter here at the reservation. This is 446 Sports production of Tioga Indians football, brought to you by Kingstop Chevron and 28 East Chevron, your proud title sponsors of Tioga Indian football here on 446 Sports. It's going to bring up third down now for the Chiefs, and that's disheartening right there, coming out of a break to have to take a timeout here. And I know Coach for the Chiefs is not happy with that at all.
No, he's not. Coach Wainwright in his fourth season there with the Chiefs. You come out of that break. I think what they were trying to do is get us to jump off sides and got Case to move a little bit, but not enough to force a flag. But what can you say? I mean, you can't say enough about what the defense has been able to do all year. And the fact that those guys play so hard and they understand their responsibility. They understand what they're supposed to do. And again, tip your hats to the coaching staff on that defensive side of what they've been able to get these guys to do for them all year.
Absolutely. Stay tuned. At the end of the game, we're going to have our 446 Sports Player of the Game, our Southern Air Cool Play of the Game, and our Express Employment Professionals. You have one job, Lineman of the Week. All brought to you by all of our sponsors here. And, of course, like we said, our title sponsor is Kingstop Chevron and 28 East Chevron, proud title sponsors of your Indians on 446 Sports. Third down now for the Chiefs. And they've got two receivers at the bottom of your screen. And in the shotgun this time is Ellis for the Chiefs out of West Ouachita. They're going to roll out to the right side. What a play. Mohamed Abdelhadi, and a big hit. And what sportsmanship by Javion Champion there. Do we pick him up here? But Mohamed Abdelhadi with the pressure here to force him to throw the ball away and brings up fourth down.
What a great job right there. They sent him off the edge again. Again, it wasn't a disguise. It was a straight blitz, and they rolled right into Mohamed. And, man, he forced Ellis to get rid of it really quick. And, of course, the guy was covered. But, man, what a great job by that defense.
Mo making plays like he does when he gets into the game. We always call his name when he makes the most of his situations when he gets in there. They're going to punt again. Jackson Tarver at the 50-yard line. And I think the spot was wrong. Yeah, the side judge is like, no, you need to back it up about 2 yards. Appreciate everybody tuned in. Again, I'm following on YouTube. We got so many. Look, Roderick Thomas, Gunfighter, WIO, Mike Cadmus, of course, his kid played here at Tioga, big Tioga supporter. And the punt, and that's bobbled, and it's going to be picked up by guess who? No way!
No way!
His third punt return for a touchdown as a linebacker.
Well, I'll tell you what. He promised us, but I hadn't seen him look up at us yet. He said if he scored, he was going to look at us. But what Cohen, he's going to tell us, well, I was just standing there doing my job, and it rolled right to him. But what a great job. A bad snap by the center there, the deep snapper for West Ouachita. But Cohen Henry on the play right there. Unbelievable.
I don't know if that would be considered a fumble or a punt return, but that's his third time on it hits right to him, and he takes it to the house.
And Dad's just up here taking like, hey, we've done this before.
He's done it three times. The camera should be no problem anymore as Ethan Bridges kicks it through the upright. 11:44 left here in this second quarter. Tioga 20, West Ouachita 0. We'll be right back on 446 Sports.
At Woodman Life, we believe in standing strong.
Welcome back, everybody. Here, 11:44 left here in the second quarter. Tioga extends its lead 20-0 on Cohen Henry with the block punt fumble recovery for a touchdown, I think is what officially that would be called, as Ethan Bridges, boy, he put a boot on that one here. We'll leave it here. Coach, I mean, we talked about it last night on the show when Cohen was talking to us. He's like, it just happens to be right where I'm standing. I just pick it up and I go. That's 3 times. I mean, at some point, there's something going on. He knows what he's doing, I believe.
Well, I can tell you, all 3 times he's done it, he wasn't moving. He was literally standing there. He did it at Gina. He did it, and again tonight. I mean, it was obvious. And what's crazy is we saw it so clearly this time.
Yeah.
Where he was just there, and it just
we
comes to him.
We couldn't believe it was him.
Yeah.
It was like, there's no way it's him again.
And it comes right to him. So what a great job right there by Cohen. And, of course, he promised he'd look up at us, and he did. He put the big 3 up, knowing it was his 3rd time.
Ellis hands it off right up the middle, and tackle made by Chase Thomas and Trey Fogelman also in on the tackle for Tioga. Again, shout out to Trey Fogelman, our Express Employment Professionals Lineman of the Week. Last week, Trey had a great night here against Waspin Wildcats. Yep. Here we go, second down, pickup of about 2 yards. And this Tioga offense has been phenomenal. This Tioga defense has been great, and special teams has been super strong all season long. Good little breeze blowing. So, yeah, the wind is still blowing here as Tioga's big defensive front. Look at Chase Thomas just pushing the pile. My goodness.
And it was a host of Indians right there. And I'm going to tell you, this defense is amped up. Cohen told us last night that they wanted this game. They couldn't wait to play these Chiefs. And you can see it tonight as they've come out on a mission as our man Kervin Johnson comes into the game to take out, that looks like Fogelman.
Yeah,
so
Fogelman's going to come out here.
They're getting ready for a passing down, no doubt about it. So they're going to take out a defensive lineman and bring in a secondary guy to prepare for the pass. West Ouachita, they like to play action pass right here. They're not a drop back team, so expect a pass here on this play. 3rd down and 8.
And there he is right here playing that man coverage. And they will roll to the right side. And look at the pressure by Mo. And throw is incomplete, intended for number 2. That is Lorenzo Price, but Kervin Johnson was on top of him, and Mohamed Abdelhadi again with the pressure for the Indians.
Well, they're rolling right into Mohamed. And here's the thing with Mohamed, he's got one job, and that's to make sure that the quarterback doesn't get outside of him. And he did exactly that, rolling him up, making him get rid of it quicker than he wanted. Kervin Johnson on a great coverage. And look who's back deep, standing at the 40, about to be the 45-yard line, our man Kervin Johnson.
If they're smart, they will not kick it to Kervin Johnson. Kervin standing at that 45-yard line. He had a punt returned, or kickoff, I think it was. No, it was a punt return last week. And their punt is there it is, and they're kicking it so far. They kicked that over there by the by the buses.
Bleachers. Yeah.
That went by the buses. There you go, nowhere near Curvin. 9:58 left here in this second quarter. Tioga on top, 20-0. We'll leave it here. Again, appreciate our sponsors. 28 East Chevron and Kingstop Chevron, our title sponsors. Of course, Express Employment. There's so many sponsors we have, and you'll see the Sadler scrolling ticker at the bottom of your screen here, and it's going to kind of update some scores as often as we can. Maybe when we get back from halftime, we'll give you some updates as well as we get those. And here we go. Case Malone in the shotgun. Kenny Ponche to his right. We got Angelo Shelton and Christian Isles, and then Curvin Johnson at the top. And they give it to Kenny. Kenny breaks the seam. Kenny back up the middle. Kenny finally brought down all the way down to the 27-yard line, and a big run right there by Kenny Ponche.
Great job right there by Kenny. Looks like he fell on the ball there. He's a little winded, but hey, don't worry about it. Tarver's coming in for him.
Yeah.
So
what a
again,
1-2 punch, huh?
Yeah, great 1-2 punch. Kenny's going to come out, take a breather right there. No doubt he fell on it.
Look at Curvin.
Yep.
Oh, he was like, I didn't see the play. Okay,
Yeah.
I thought he was trying to say I'm single covered right here,
Well,
but he does have help with the safety. Cheating that way. Angelo goes in motion. They give it to Angelo, and that West Ouachita defense read that one pretty well, and he's lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, great job right there by Angelo to make sure that he got back to the line of scrimmage. West Ouachita with a little bit of penetration, saw the motion, and they were able to make him turn it back in.
Appreciate everybody tuned in, watching here on 446 Sports. Love the chat. Love the comments that we get every week from all of our friends here, Big Tioga Sport. We've got a couple West Ouachita people watching as well. Thank you so much for tuning in. This is a Tioga Indian broadcast, but we do appreciate the West Ouachita family. They've always been very good to us here. As the pass is incomplete for Christian Isles. And every time we've gone down to West Ouachita, or up to West Ouachita, I should say, but it's down in that bowl. The facilities and the people over there are phenomenal. So we appreciate the Chief family again. Like I said, we got to meet the radio broadcast as well. They're behind us, great guys over there. So here we go, third down now for the Indians. Case Malone in the shotgun. Shelton and Isles at the bottom of your screen. Case is looking. He's got Curvin Johnson double covered, and Curvin cannot come with it. Incomplete here. Good coverage by the West Ouachita Chiefs there. It's going to bring up fourth down.
Well, great job right there by West Ouachita. Again, you know they've figured it out really quick, just like most teams. You're going to open the game with single coverage, and after Curvin scores the first one, they're going to double them up. Great job right there by West Ouachita to force us to go fourth and long right here, or 4th and 10. But 2 passes thrown, 2 incompletions. So they've been able to do a little bit of adjusting defensively as well. So here we go, 4th down for the Indians.
Watch something right here over the middle with Tarver Landry or possibly Christian Isles in there, a little soft spot of the zone here. Case drops back, steps up, throws it. Caught by Angelo Shelton. What a move by Angelo, right over the middle, all the way down to the 10, 11, so we're going to say 11-yard line, but that'll move the chains. Case heard me.
Yeah, he did. Angelo was about a 7-yard stop route, and he was able to get the ball in his hands and make some moves. Again, we talk about Curvin so much. We talk about Christian, but you got Angelo right there who can do all the things and still has speed, and he just needs the ball in his hands. So when you have so many weapons, it's hard sometimes you're leaving somebody out.
Case Malone calls for the ball, fakes it, quick pass to Curvin Johnson. Curvin breaks one tackle, still on his feet. Curvin into the end zone, touchdown, Tioga! Curvin Johnson with the 11-yard touchdown catch from Case Malone.
Little stop screen right there. And again, you're not going to bring him down at 6'4", 195 pounds. That's a big fella. And again, the size advantage, the strength of Curvin Johnson. Again, talking to these guys in the weight room about the fall camp they had and also in the spring, they focused on getting stronger, and you saw it right there by Curvin as he pushed them down.
8:06 left here in this first half. Tioga pinning the extra point here. There goes the spot. His kick is up, and it is good. 27-0. Tioga on top of West Ouachita. We're going to take a break, and we'll be right back here on 446 Sports. Welcome back, everybody. Here, 8:06 left here in this first half. Tioga on top, 27-0 over West Ouachita Chiefs. As Case Malone, an 11-yard touchdown pass to Kervin Johnson, their second hookup of the night here for those two. Also got a Kenny Ponche 1-yard touchdown run and a Cohen Henry 20-yard fumble return for a touchdown. And that is where our score is thus far. Bridges kicks it. It's going to be caught. No, it's going to be tipped and goes into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback here. So 8:06 left here in this first half, Coach. And right now, Tioga firing on all cylinders here, all three phases of the game.
Well, and you want that coming into this homecoming week. You know, coaches are always concerned. And, you know, we talk to the players, but you don't talk to the coaches. Coaches, you know, they always worry about that. How focused are we? Are we mentally ready to go? And there's no doubt about it tonight. These Indians have showed up and showed out, and still 8 minutes left to go here in the second quarter. 27-0. I'm trying to burn some clock right here if I'm West Ouachita.
Absolutely. Here we go. They hand the ball right up the middle, breaks a few tackles, and a good run. And thank goodness Trayshawn Fisher was there to make the tackle. That's number 12. That's Trigger Booth, the backup quarterback for the West Ouachita Chiefs.
Yeah, Trigger Booth, he's a sophomore, 5'10", 181-pound sophomore. They're going to change up a little bit, bring him in, and try to give a little bit of wrinkle to this offense. Again, talking with these announcers from West Ouachita, they're in a rebuilding season. So, again, learning a lot about the players that they have.
And they toss it that time again. And, man, a little hit.
Wow.
A.J. Adams, holy cow. A.J. Adams hit him so low that the dude did a flip. My goodness. The smooth senior of SmackDown, A.J. Adams, with a big hit right there for the Tioga defense.
And this is what people don't understand. A.J. Adams is playing the tackle position. And for him to go scrape down the line and still be able to take that young man's legs out, that's definitely an athlete doing what he needs to do.
Here we go. That last play was just enough for a first down for the Chiefs, so it is 1st and 10, and they do the quick hand, a little bobble play. Or look at Chase Thomas. Chase Thomas was in there before he could even hand the ball off, and Wesley Sherman as well. So Sherman and Thomas absolutely just dominating that offensive line.
A little wrinkle Coach Muda put in. They go to a 5-man front where they put Fogelman at the nose. They put Chase and they put A.J. at the 3 techs, which are right in between the guard and the tackle, and they are slanting hard. And right there, Chase almost gets the handoff right there on that play. So, again, a little wrinkle that coaches put in this week. So that's why you see that penetration of that defensive line.
2nd and 10 now for the Chiefs. One receiver at the bottom there, and that is David Garrett. Or, excuse me, Kentrell Bates is covering him as ball looks to be a fumble. And let's see who jumped on it there. I think West Ouachita was able to recover that fumble, but a loss of about 1.5 yards. That's going to bring up 3rd down now.
It's tough when you bring your new quarterback in, you know, in the second quarter. A couple handoffs haven't gone like they wanted to, but I can tell you this 5-man front that they have in tonight, these guys are hungry. They are fighting. But the thing is, they're staying low. They're getting the advantage on the pad level, and you can see it throughout as they take out Fogelman now and bringing in Kervin. So they're going to go back to their 4-man front.
I like that.
On 3rd and 10, yep.
Yeah, Coach Muter knowing that this is going to be a throwing down. You bring in Kervin Johnson to shut down their best receiver, and they are in the shotgun now. And they're going to roll out. Ellis is back in the game. They throw it. Good catch. And Kentrell Bates. And they're going to cross midfield for the first time tonight is West Ouachita. And hopefully that young man is okay. He looks like he's kind of hurt as he gets up. Great play right there by number 15. That is Eli Cobb. Drug about 5 Tioga defenders across midfield here. That's going to be a West Ouachita Chief first down.
Yeah, a little too much cushion right there by Bates. You know, 3rd and 10, you got to be a little tighter than that, but he gave him a little bit too much cushion. But great throw right there by who was that? That was Booth.
Ellis.
The quarterback. That's Booth, the new quarterback that was in.
Well, I thought they swapped him back out with Ellis, but let's see what they made. I thought that was 5.
Yeah. So maybe Ellis is back in.
Yeah, 5's back in the ball game. Devin Ellis come back in on that last play. and he's still in the ball game. Here we go. One receiver at the bottom of your screen, one at the top here. And here gets that low and hands it. No, quarterback keeper. Ellis keeps it himself. Hit by Rose and Cohen Henry. And Bryson Fall with the tackle there for Tioga. 4:46 left here. 4:46 on the clock. 27-0 Tioga on top of West Ouachita as they're moving down the field here. Second down for the Chiefs.
Great offensive possession this series for West Ouachita. Been able to finally manage the plays, burn a little time off the clock, and trying to put some points here on the board late in the second quarter.
Ball spotted at the 28-yard line here for the Chiefs. Ball handed off that time to number 21. That is Caleb Carpoo, and picks up a couple of yards. It's going to bring up third and about 7.
Great job again by that defensive interior line as they bring that 5-man front back in, changing out. Champion's coming out, Sherman's coming out, Curvin coming out, but in comes Garrett. Again, trying to get that 5-man front up there. May go back to actually they're going, 5-man front, and they're going to give you that 50-50 look right there on that defensive front, thinking they're going to run the ball here on 3rd and 6.
Fogelman and also came into the game as Tarver Landry, number 5 on that right defensive end. And they quick handoff, quarterback keeper, and he rolls and he breaks a few tackles, falls forward, and that should be enough for another Chiefs first down, and it is. They just get across. He needed 6, and he got 7. And the quarterback keeper, and that'll move the chains for the Chiefs.
Yeah, it's a read option by West Ouachita. This quarterback actually reads it. So if Fogelman takes the dive, he keeps it. If Fogelman plays the quarterback, he hands it. So, again, great job right there by Ellis to read that defensive end and pick up some yards right there and a first down.
Here we go, 1st and 10 for the Chiefs. Ball at the 21-yard line. Same formation here. Ellis under center for the Chiefs. Pitches it to number 8 and hit by number 8, Tarver. Jackson Tarver with the hit. He was there waiting on him here. And our linebacker, Jackson Tarver, not big in stature, but boy, is he big in heart. That dude can absolutely lay the wood here when he needs to.
Great job by Tarver. Great job by Fall. And, of course, coming in to clean it up, Fisher. But, you know, when you're able to play at 6 yards, it's almost like playing that linebacker position, even though he's a safety as on the defense.
Here we go. Second down here and about 9 for the Chiefs. Quick handoff right up the gut to number 21. That's Caleb Carprue again. And Fogelman and a host of Tioga defenders here with the tackle. Only a pickup of about 2 yards, going to bring up 3rd and 7.
Yeah, something that they're doing now, they're doing a little cut roll, trying to get underneath the feet of those linemen, defensive linemen, to try to slow them down. But what they're doing is they're just pressing off of them and stepping over them and making the tackle.
Here we go. That's 3rd and about 7 yards here. So they're going to get back into the shotgun. And they're going to roll out again to that right side and throws it. And caught, but out of bounds, about three yards out of bounds here. That's going to bring up 4th down now for the Chiefs.
Great job by Rose trying to get to that edge to pull him up, but the running back there, number 21, Carprue is there to hold him off. But, again, the throw too late. Threw it out of the end zone there to a receiver, but he was not in bounds.
Let's see if this Mooter-led defense here could bend, not break here, and stop on 4th down here, as the Chiefs have had a very good possession thus far on running the ball and trying to mix it in with the passing game as well. And let's see what they can do here on 4th and about 6 for the Chiefs. Here we go. In the shotgun again is Ellis, and we're going to have a timeout, Chiefs. We'll take a timeout when they take a timeout here. 1:38 left here in the first half. 27-0. Tioga on top. We'll be right back on 446 Sports.
Looking for auto service you can trust right here in Sinlaw? Come to National Tire and Auto, your locally owned tire and repair experts with 2 convenient locations. We're proud to serve our community, not just with quality auto care, but by giving back and treating every customer like family. From tires and oil changes to brakes and engine work, we've got you covered. National Tire and Auto, locally owned, community-driven, customer-focused. When other dealers judge your past, National Autoplex is here to drive you into your future. We're Cenla's only no-credit check lease-to-own dealer, where bankruptcy, bad credit, or no credit is no problem. At National Autoplex, we believe in second chances and fresh starts. If you've got income, you've got options. Come see why more drivers are...
We're back, everybody, here. 27-0. Tioga on top of West Ouachita. Big fourth down right here for the Tioga defense. West Ouachita Ellis gets back under center here. Watch that read option. And he's going to drop back to throw. And thrown, and nobody there, and no flag is thrown. And that's going to be a turnover on downs. But I say that, but I'm not seeing Tioga come off the field. But now they have, okay, I didn't know, make sure I didn't miss a flag or something out there. But a big stop right there by the Tioga defense.
Well, quick fake handoff right there, and then quick release by Wainwright. I mean, by the quarterback Ellis. Coach Wainwright was out there trying to argue that his guy was knocked down. But, you know, when you throw the ball that quick, you don't give your guy a chance to get out of the break, and that's what happened. But huge stop there by that Indian defense. Again, allowed them to drive the ball about 75 yards. Didn't let him get any points, and that's all Coach Mooter's asking for.
That's it. That bend not break defense by Mooter here as the Tioga offense will take the field here with 1 minute, 32 seconds left here in this opening half. 27-0, Tioga on top. Case Malone hands that ball off to Kenny Ponche. He's got a host of wide receivers blocking, and then the white hat throws from behind. And that's normally in the area of type of holding or maybe a block in the back.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be holding on probably Tarver Landry as they threw it right at his feet. And that came from the white hat here as Kenny got to the edge.
Let's see. As they're trying to find the spot of the foul, it is holding against Tioga. So that'll back us up there and replay first down. That just gives us a little bit more room to open up the playbook.
Well, you know, this crew, you know, we've had this crew from West Monroe, you know, this association all year long.
Yes.
They've done a very good job. Coach Crispin being very happy with what they've done. So, again, coming in here and you know, bringing in a good crew, and they do a great job of controlling the game.
Here we go. Case Malone in the shotgun. Kervin Johnson at the top of your screen. Case is looking that way, but he's got Christian Isles right over the middle. There's your homecoming king, Christian Isles, with a catch all the way down to the 31-yard line, and that's a Tioga first down.
Going to hurry up and get to the line of scrimmage. Going to go fast here, fast and wide, and try to get some points on the board right here before halftime.
Case, quick call. He's got Angelo wide open, catches the ball at the 41-yard line, stays in bound, though. That's going to keep running the clock.
Another first down, so they'll stop the clock here.
Yeah, just enough to spot it there, and so Tioga gets up to the hurry up, and then Coach Crispin looks like he called a timeout, and he did. We'll keep it here as well. 50 seconds left here in this opening half, should I say, and Tioga's going to be in that hurry up here to try to tackle on some more points.
They are, and you know what you can't say anything but great things about the way that they've started this game. Just like they've, you know, uncharacteristic play here by West Ouachita. You know, we thought they would come in here and you know, we thought there was a little chippier action last year between the two teams. So you thought, you know, we knew what Tioga was going to do. We thought West Ouachita would come in. Again, when you have this kind of high-powered offense like Tioga is this year and what they've done all season long, you've got to have those guys in the secondary to be able to cover those guys like Angelo, Kervin Johnson, Christian Isles. So when you're not able to do that and you give Case a window, he's going to close it, and they're going to move that ball up and down the field, and that's exactly what the Indians have done.
Also, the unsung hero tonight so far, what I've seen, is our defensive front. Just absolutely wrecking shop there on that offensive line of the West Ouachita. I know they are young, but, man, was kind of pressure by our defensive front. Here we go. 50 seconds left here in this half. Case Malone calls for the ball. They give it to Kenny. Kenny cuts up the middle, still on his feet, lowering shoulders. And there's the push by the offensive line. They're going to get just across, maybe right at the midfield mark with 37 seconds here. And that should stop the clock just briefly for a first down. No, they're a yard short of the first down, so it's second down. Case He's going to throw it. He got Angelo, and that's got to be there's the flag, and he did. He hit him at the 20-yard line. If he doesn't hit Angelo, Angelo's in the end zone here, and I never, you don't hardly ever say it, but that was actually a really good flag because that's a touchdown if he doesn't do what he did.
Yeah, but what a great job by Angelo on the move. He had just run two plays earlier. He'd run a quick out route, and he made the same move.
Yep.
The defender stepped up, and when he stepped up thinking he was going to run the out again, Angelo made a double move, and so all he could do was reach out and grab him. But a huge 15-yard penalty right here with 22 seconds left, and at the 35, here we go.
Stops the clock, lets you get a play call in here as we got 22 seconds left here in the half. Also, Tioga has a chance to double dip here. We will get the ball back at the start of the third quarter after the homecoming festivities here. Case Malone, he drops back, steps up, throws Kervin Johnson at the 30. Kervin looking to go ahead and get to the end zone here, and a very, very unusual drop by Kervin Johnson. But it's all right. It's going to bring up second down for the Indians.
Well, Kervin was trying to see who he was going to stiff arm after he caught it, but he's got to make the catch first and then be able to make the moves. But, again, long throw right there. We're on the left hash. He threw it all the way over to the numbers. That's a long throw right there.
That's a tough throw to not get picked off.
Absolutely. So, great job right there.
Here we go. 2nd and 10 for the Indians. Top of your screen is Kervin Johnson, Christian Isles, and Angelo Shelton at the bottom here. Case drops back, looks to throw over the middle. Tarver Landry. Tarver to the 15 and gets all the way down to about the 11-yard line. Hands the ball to the official and stops the clock at 10 seconds here. And it looks like Coach Crispin's going to call again another timeout. And what a beautiful play call by the Indians. And that soft spot in the zone has been wide open pretty much all season long.
Absolutely it has. And having Tarver back in there, that's that other threat we didn't have in the first couple of games with A.J. being in there, not taking anything away from the big man. But to have Tarver in there with those soft hands as big as he is, another weapon for that offense in Case Malone. But you saw at the end of the play right there, a little pushing and shoving. If you're an Indian player, you got to be careful because you don't need penalties here being up with this score. And now 2 personal fouls, you get ejected, then you're not playing the next game. So,
we don't need that.
You got to be careful here and let them do the shoving and pushing. And you could see Kervin there at the end of the play. They're already having words. So, again, need to keep this game clean. And I know it happened last year, but we got to keep this clean. Let's get a touchdown right here with 10 seconds left to go with the ball being at the 9-yard line.
Here we go. Tioga on top 27-0. This is 446 Sports. Tioga Indian football brought to you by King Stop Chevron and 28 East Chevron, our title sponsor here, as Case Malone still in that shotgun. This time he's got Kervin and Kenny Ponche on each side of him. And they hand it off to Kenny. Kenny's going to follow the block. Look at Kervin Johnson hitting somebody. And a big block. And no, there's that what we don't want happening. Touchdown, Kenny Ponche for the score.
Yeah, Kenny did a great job of following Kervin Johnson on the play right there. He blocked him all the way through the whistle. And the young man's helmet came off. Of course, flag comes out. And so we'll see what the officials decide here on this play.
Not how you wanted to finish that, and there's Coach Crispin talking to Kervin right now. Let's see what the White Hat has to say on who this is going to be against. They were both being kind of chippy here.
Yep.
But normally, when something like that happens, if the helmet comes off, that's normally the person that's going to, whoever pushed the helmet off is going to get the penalty here. Now, that personal foul earlier was on Tucker Landry earlier in the ball game. So, hopefully this will holding. Wow. So the personal foul against both of them against Tioga, the holding and the personal foul. And Coach Crispin is trying to get the understanding here. So looks like the touchdown does not count. So that'll pull them back in here. Man, as we're trying to figure out what the officials are going here. Again, next week, we will travel all the way to Alexandria and take on Peabody next Friday night here at Peabody High School. Another district game for the Indians. And so that's going to back them up. Yeah, they were at the 9-yard line.
Well, I'm not sure because that penalty was called in the end zone. So not. Oh,
well, the holding
was called in the end zone. Of course, the personal foul. So they're going to mark off the personal foul.
Yeah, you don't get 25 yards, do you?
Well, he did.
Yeah, I guess. Like, here we go. 5 seconds left here for the Indians trying to make something happen here. At this point, somebody asked, do you kick it? You let the offense have it right here. Again, not that we don't think Ethan Bridges could make that field goal here, but you spread it out here, and here you go. You got Kenny Ponche to the right. Tarver's in the ball game. Angelo's at the bottom. They're going to throw it to Curvin. Curvin, they're just going to throw it up and let Curvin hat at it. And what does he do? Great coverage right there by West Ouachita. So it's halftime, ladies and gentlemen. 27-0. Your Tioga Indians on top here is halftime. We will get the ball to start the second half. We're going to leave it here on the video so you can watch the homecoming festivities, but we'll turn off the audio here. You'll have one mic. We might turn one microphone on outside just to get some ambiance. But again, 27-0, Tioga on top. We'll be right back on 446 Sports.
When other dealers judge your past, National Autoplex is here to drive you into your future. We're Cenla's only no-credit check lease-to-own dealer, where bankruptcy, bad credit, or no credit is no problem. At National Autoplex, we believe in second chances and fresh starts. If you've got income, you've got options. Come see why more drivers are choosing National Autoplex, where you're more than a... Looking for expert glass repair, tinting, or top-notch service? Look no further than Fast Glass. Your local favorite for years, now proud to be part of the National Automotive Group family. Same trusted team, same unbeatable service, now backed by the power and support of National Automotive. Whether it's a chip, a crack, or a complete tint job.
With dress-up days, a kickball tournament, pep rally, decorating the teachers' doors, and the homecoming parade. Tonight, we have 14 girls vying for the title of Tioga High School's 2025 Homecoming Queen. Today, these girls will be introduced to you as maids, princesses, and one that will be named the Queen. And now, please welcome the members of the 2025 Homecoming Court as they introduce themselves alphabetically and by grade. Please direct your attention to midfield for this introduction. First tonight, Miss Abigail Elizabeth Jones. Sophomore Abby Jones is a first-year Homecoming Court member and the 15-year-old daughter of David and Jennifer Jones. She is a member of the Tioga High School cheer team and Future Farmers of America. She is also a member of the THS softball team and student leadership. During her time at Tioga, she has been awarded a honor roll and is a part of the all-district softball team. She was also chosen by her teammates as the offensive MVP. Her most memorable moment while she has been at Tioga is performing the iconic Indian Reservation Dance, especially after beating Pineville. During her free time, Abby enjoys playing pickleball, going to tumbling class, and hanging out with friends and family. Tonight, Abby is being escorted by her father, David Jones. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Abby Jones. Miss Teresa Faith Webb. Sophomore Faith Webb is the 17-year-old daughter of Bennett and Santana Webb and is a second-year homecoming court member. She is a member of the Apache Bell Dance Line, Fellowship of Christian Athletes, Key Club, and Beta Club. Faith serves as the class vice president of both Future Farmers of America and Student Leadership. Her most memorable moment at Tioga has been performing Sloopy for the first time. She enjoys hunting and fishing, which is also added for her love for FFA. She also enjoys swimming and spending her time with friends and family and has a true love for Friday Night Lights. Tonight, Faith is proudly being escorted by her uncle, Cody Murray. Miss Faith Webb. Miss Michaela Hope Webb. Sophomore Michaela Webb is a second-year homecoming court member and the 15-year-old daughter of Bennett and Santana Webb. Michaela is a member of the Apache Bell Dance Line and on the Tioga Archery team. She is also involved in student leadership, Infield Angels, and the THS Choir. She has been involved in the Talented Art program now for 5 years. Her favorite moment at Tioga has been learning new dances with her dance line girls and being able to perform Sloopy again. Faith enjoys painting, art projects, and spending time with friends and family. Tonight, Michaela is being escorted by her father, James Bennett Webb. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Michaela Webb. Miss Molly Elizabeth Dyson. Junior Molly Dyson is the 16-year-old daughter of Dustin and Amanda Dyson, and a third-year member of the homecoming court. She is a 3-year member of the Tioga High School varsity cheer team and on student leadership team, where she serves as a junior class president. She is also an active member of Healthcare Heroes and Key Club. Molly has been selected to be a part of the NCAA All-American cheer team. Her most memorable moment while at Tioga has been performing the iconic Indian reservation dance on the football field. During her spare time, she enjoys cheering, attending extreme athletics, and hanging out with friends and family. Tonight, Molly is being escorted by her father, Dustin Dyson. Miss Molly Dyson. Miss Lydia Bell Molan. Junior Lydia Molan is the 16-year-old daughter of Tim and Maggie Molan, and a second-year member of the homecoming court. Lydia is a 3-year member of the Tioga High School varsity cheer team and the award-winning THS Advanced Chorus and Tioga Tones. She is also an active member of student leadership. While at Tioga, Lydia has earned Student of the Month and proudly awarded Student of the Year her freshman year. Her most memorable moment while she has been at Tioga is performing Indian Reservation. During her free time, Lydia enjoys singing, baking, listening to music, and shopping with her friends. Tonight, Lydia is being escorted proudly by her father, Tim Molden. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Lydia Molden. Miss Layla Rose Wells. Junior Layla Wells is the 16-year-old daughter of Grady and Heather Tiley, and a first-year homecoming court member. She is a 3-year member of the Tioga High School softball team and a member of the award-winning THS Advanced Chorale. She is also an active member of Fellowship Christian Athletes, Infield Angels, and Tioga Buddies. While at Tioga, Layla has earned an A-B honor roll and has been chosen to represent the District Honor Choir for Rapides Parish. She has also been chosen to be a representative of Tioga's JAG program. When asked what her most memorable time at Tioga has been, she replied, and quote, playing Mrs. Grinch and having a dance party with the CBT students. Seeing them smiling and laughing was truly rewarding. During her free time, Layla enjoys shopping, playing pickleball, and spending time with her friends and family. Tonight, she is being escorted by her bonus father, Grady Tiley. Miss Layla Wells. Miss Megan Danae Brown. Senior Megan Brown is a 17-year-old daughter of Ray and the late Ashley Brown, and a first-year member of the homecoming court. She is a 4-year member of the state runner-up Lady Indian softball team. Megan is also involved in student leadership, THS mentoring, and Healthcare Heroes. She has been awarded a honor roll and is a part of the first team all-district in softball. Her most memorable moment while at Tioga has been able to play in the softball state championship down in Sulphur. Her hobbies include going to church, mud riding, playing cornhole with her family, and spending her dad's money. After graduation, Megan plans to attend the University of Louisiana in Monroe to major in kinesiology. She would like to further her education and become a doctor of physical therapy. Tonight, Megan is being proudly escorted by her father, Ray Brown. Miss Megan Brown. Miss Skylar Shea Carmen. Senior Skylar Carmen is the 17-year-old daughter of Sean and Jessica Carmen. She is a 4-year member of the Tioga Buddies Club and is also a member of the Apache Bells Dance Line, Infield Angels, and Beta Club. During her time at Tioga, she has been awarded second place in Literary Rally. Her favorite memory while attending Tioga has been Friday Night Lights. She loves the excitement that it brings, as well as spending time with the best team ever. Some of her Skylar's favorite things to do are going out with friends, traveling, collecting vinyl records, and reading. After graduating, Skylar plans to attend the University of Louisiana at Lafayette and plans to major in nursing and to eventually become a neonatal nurse. Tonight, Skylar is being escorted by her father, Sean Carmen. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Skylar Carmen. Miss Layla Ray Fisher. Senior Layla Fisher is a second-year homecoming court member and the 17-year-old daughter of Jonathan Fisher and Melissa Head. She is a member of the Youth Volunteer Corps. While at Tioga, Layla has thoroughly enjoyed participating in the homecoming festivities, especially participating in the Powder Puff Games. She has also loved having her very own senior parking spot. Layla has a passion for traveling and exploring different destinations. She loves to be near the water, especially swimming, boating, tubing, and fishing at Toledo Bend. She absolutely loves Friday night lights here at the reservation, along with getting dressed up, face painting, and taking school spirit to the next level. Some of her favorite things to do are spending time with friends, shopping, eating good food, baking, playing pickleball, and dancing and singing. Layla just loves making the most of every moment while taking time to enjoy life to its fullest. After graduation, Layla plans to take a trip abroad, followed by attending nursing school. Tonight, Layla is proudly being escorted by her uncle, Grady Bolton. Miss Layla Fisher. Miss Bailey Renee LaCour. Senior Bailey LaCour is the 16-year-old daughter of Willie and Sarah LaCour and a second-year homecoming court member. Bailey is an active member of the Infield Angels, Student Leadership, and Future Farmers of America. She is also a part of Healthcare Heroes and Key Club. Her favorite memory at Tioga thus far has always been attending the first football game. Some of her hobbies include hanging out with friends and family and playing Fortnite with her boyfriend. After graduation, she plans to attend the Louisiana State University to work on her master's in business administration. She also plans to get her cosmetology license in the hopes of opening her own salon in the future. Tonight, Bailey is being escorted proudly by her father, Willie LaCour. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Bailey LaCour. Miss Ellie Grace Reed. Senior Ellie Reed is a 17-year-old daughter of Will and Jill Reed and a first-year member of the homecoming court. She is a varsity member of the THS Lady Indian soccer team, the THS Executive Board Leadership Team, the Fellowship of Christian Athletes Leadership Team, and the award-winning Advanced Chorale, where she serves as their co-president. Ellie also proudly serves as Tioga High School Student Body President and formerly served as the class president for her 9th and 10th grade class. This year, she has also been selected to serve as the Tioga High School representative for the Rapides Parish Student Advisory Team. During her time at Tioga, Ellie has been selected as Student of the Year, 9th, 10th, and 11th grade. She has won many awards for her talent in choir, including being named Outstanding Soprano 3 years in a row, as well as being named to Academic All-State and All-State Choir, as well as District Honor Choir. As a junior, Ellie has also been a recipient of the esteemed Curtis T. Hines Honesty and Integrity Award. During her time on the soccer field, she has been chosen for the Best Sportsmanship Award and the All-Sinlot Defense Team. Ellie has thoroughly enjoyed all of her time at Tioga, but her most memorable experience was performing with the THS a cappella choir group, Tioga Tones, at the prestigious Carnegie Hall in New York City. Some of her hobbies include singing, shopping, learning new instruments, and spending time with her dogs, family, and friends. After graduation, Ellie plans to attend Louisiana Tech University. She will be pursuing a career in speech pathology. Tonight, Ellie is being escorted proudly by her father, Will Reed. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Ellie Reed. Miss Lauren Hope Taylor. Senior Lauren Taylor is the 4th-year homecoming court member and the 17-year-old daughter of Michael Taylor and Jennifer Sladen. She is a 4-year member of the Tioga High School varsity cheerleading team, where she serves as their captain. Lauren is a part of the student leadership and Infield Angels on campus as well. She is also a proud member of the state runner-up Lady Indians softball team. During her time at Tioga, Lauren has awarded herself Student of the Month, A Honor Roll, and also has been named 7-time NCAA All-American Cheerleader. Her most memorable moment at Tioga will always be performing the famous Indian Reservation Dance for the first time and last time on the field. During her free time, Lauren enjoys shopping and spending time with her friends and family. After graduation, Lauren plans to attend and cheer at Northwestern State University, where she will pursue a career as a pediatric nurse practitioner. Tonight, she is proudly being escorted by her father, Mike Taylor. Miss Lauren Taylor. Miss Bailey Aiden Vaughn. Senior Bailey Vaughn is a first-year homecoming court member and is the 17-year-old daughter of Jordan and Brittany Vaughn. She is a member of the Lady Indians soccer team, art club, and student council. During her time on the soccer field, she has been awarded the All-Sinlaw and All-District Defensive MVP. Bailey has also been awarded Student of the Month. During her time at Tioga, she has truly cherished being a part of the soccer team. Her favorite moment thus far has been winning first place in district for the first time in Tioga's history. Bailey loves spending time drawing, baking, playing soccer, shopping, and traveling. After graduation, she plans to attend Louisiana Tech University to major in business. Tonight, she is proudly being escorted by her father, Jordan Vaughn. Miss Bailey Vaughn. Miss Zoe Jasmine Wales. Senior Zoe Wales is the first-year homecoming court member and the 17-year-old daughter of Jerry and Jen Wales. She is a 4-year member of the Tioga's Buddies Club and THS cheerleading team. Zoe has received Student of the Month her freshman, sophomore, and junior years. She has also received recognition for A Honor Roll all 3 years at Tioga. She has been selected to be on the NCAA All-American cheerleading team as well. Zoe loves Tioga and loves to cheer, and she has been able to start a tradition at the annual Tioga Cheer Clinic to include kids with special needs. Zoe enjoys listening to music and working on her art, but her true passion has always been dance. She has been involved in dance for 7 years. She is very proud to announce that she was the first special needs person to join the Red River Dance Company. She was also the first special needs person to be cast in the ballet production of The Nutcracker. Tonight, Zoe is proudly being escorted by her father, Jerry Wales. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Zoe Wales. Before announcing our homecoming maids, first, second, and third runner-ups, and the Queen, a sincere thanks goes to each of the girls' families and friends for all the support shown over these past several weeks. We also would like to thank Mr. and Mrs. Richardson, Mr. Berthelot, Miss Williams, and the student leadership team, Chief Shannon Casey, and the Honor Guard. A big gratitude goes out to Panorama Foods for supporting the Homecoming Girls Luncheon as well. Because of all of you, this year's Homecoming Week has been a huge success. Thank you again for your love and support. And now, in alphabetical order, this year's Homecoming Court maids are Senior Maid Megan Brown, Senior Maid Skylar Carmen, Junior Maid Molly Dyson, Senior Maid Layla Fisher, Senior Maid Bailey LaCour, Junior Maid Lydia Mullen, Senior Maid Bailey Vaughn, Senior Maid Zoe Wales, Sophomore Maid Michaela Webb, Junior Maid Layla Wells, Chloe Bond, our reigning queen, will be here to crown the next homecoming queen, but before she does, she would like to share a message to her Tioga friends and family. Dear Tioga, first I want want to thank you for blessing me with the opportunity of being your 24-25 homecoming queen. Growing up, I was made fun of for being myself, and it truly changed my views on the world. To protect myself, I started to share love and kindness to everyone, so no one has to ever feel the way I felt back then. The moment I was announced queen, I will never forget that feeling. I, Chloe Bond, had won. I felt so loved and appreciated for being myself. Never let anyone bring you down, and never stop loving others. Most importantly, never stop loving yourself. Thank you so much, Tioga, for the memories. I love you so much. Yours truly, Chloe Bond. And now, I will announce the princesses and your 2025 homecoming queen. Our third princess is Miss Abigail Elizabeth Jones. Our second princess is Miss Teresa Faith Webb. And now, will Ellie Reed and Lauren Taylor please step forward? One of these lovely ladies is your queen, and the other will be your first princess. And now, your 2025 homecoming queen is Miss Ellie Grace Reed. Homecoming queen and her court.
At Alexandria Solutions, we believe every strong community starts with healthy minds and healthy families. That's why we're proud to stand alongside Tioga High School as a corporate sponsor. We're here to support the Tioga Indians from the classroom to the playing field, because when students succeed, our whole community thrives. At Alexandria Solutions, we provide compassionate care for mental health and addiction. No referral is needed to make an appointment, and we accept most insurances, because getting help should be simple. Alexandria Solutions, proud to support the Tioga Indians and proud to serve our community. Go Indians! Tonight's game is brought to you in part by your local convenience stores, where friendly faces, cold drinks, hot snacks, and everything you need are just around the corner. For a quick stop before the big game, your hometown convenience stores are always ready, always here for you. Swing by.
Welcome back, everybody, here as we're getting ready for third quarter action here on 446 Sports, home of your Tioga Indians, sponsored by King Stop Chevron and 28 East Chevron, proud title sponsors of Tioga Indian football. 27-0 as we get ready for the third quarter. Your Tioga Indians on top. We're being heckled by the fans. We got the windows open and the fans are heckling us. Our Tioga people, our friends.
I'm not sure who started that. I think somebody up here started it, but I ain't gonna say no names.
I plead the fifth. I don't think I was throwing anything out of the window at Bo Iklinski and Shannon Saldana. I don't think that was me. But Tioga coming in here. We'll get the ball here to start the third quarter. Tioga 27-0 over West Ouachita. Starting with the scoring tonight, Malone to Johnson, 20-yard touchdown pass. Then Kenny Ponche with a 1-yard touchdown run. Cohen Henry on the 20-yard touchdown fumble return for a score. And then Malone to Johnson for the second one tonight, an 11-yard touchdown pass from Case to Curvin, and that's where the score is as of starting here this third quarter action. And Coach, pretty good first half of football by the Tioga Indians.
Great first half, but it looks like we're going to get a little onside here. They're in the bunch set, and nope, he pooched it.
And then they'll kick it right to guess who? Curvin Johnson at the 18-yard line. Curvin breaking tackle. Curvin finds the seam. Curvin to the 50, to the 40, 30, 10, 5. Touchdown, Curvin Johnson for the score.
What a great job right there by Curvin. You kicked a line drive. That's the worst thing to do if you're a kicker to a guy with that kind of speed. You don't give your guys enough time to get down the field, and he returns it 80.
Yep, 80 yards.
80 yards with 11:48, 12 seconds. 12 seconds, 80 yards.
Curvin, did you see after the end when he went into the end zone, he did like the sprinter.
He was
looking
at the clock. Line. Yeah, he was looking at the clock to see if he could get inside 10.
Here we he didn't set his record for a 40-yard dash. A double 40-yard to 80-yard dash. Here we go. Ethan Bridges with the extra point for Tioga. Christian Isles, your homecoming king, with the hold. Kick is up. Kick is good. So 12 seconds off the clock here after the kickoff. 34-0. Tioga on top of West Ouachita. We'll keep it here as Tioga scores fast. You got to kick it away from Curvin. You got to kick it away from Curvin.
There's nobody that watches our program because I can tell you we've been saying that all year long. Do not kick it to
Tioga
one.
People know.
Do not kick it to one and make sure you double cover in one. But a couple of score updates.
Yes.
Across the river, 49-3 at the half. Ash over Pineville, and down the road from us, Grant and Walsman tied at 7. In the second quarter.
Wow.
Yeah, y'all both looked at me like, 7-7 Grant and Walsman right now. So, yeah, that's an unbelievable game down the road. But across the river, different story. But, look, just talking with Coach Mood a little bit as they come by. I love being able to talk with him and Coach Book, and he said changed it up and giving them different looks, and that's where the frustration is set in on that Walsman offense, West Ouachita, offense, by changing it up a little bit. So, again, something they hadn't seen all year, and a little confusion there for that offense.
Ethan Bridges with the kick, and going to let it go as it lands into the end zone, bounce back into the field of play, so it'll be a touchback here. But, again, we've been able to score offensively with running the ball, passing the ball, and, of course, special teams has been absolutely on top of everything here tonight. But when you have your best 11 on special teams, good things happen here, as it has all season long. Stay tuned at the end of this ball game. We will have our 446 Sports Player of the Game, our Express Employment Professionals Lineman of the Week, and, of course, our Southern Air Cool Play of the Game. So we're going to have a lot to choose from here early on in this game.
Well, yeah, and we will. And, you know, when you have 2 touchdowns by the special teams unit, Coach Tripp's got to be extremely proud of those guys.
Here we go. Ellis under center. Going to keep it himself there, quarterback option. And finally brought down here. I seen Rose on the getting underneath there, as well as Cohen Henry. And it's going to pick up of a couple yards. It's going to bring up second down at about 5.
Well, you know, when you have 6 defensive guys within the tackle box, it's difficult because it's basically 6 on 6. So somebody's going to beat somebody on the line of scrimmage. This defensive line all night long has done exactly what Coach Mooder drew up and they put together for this game plan against West Ouachita. And this platooning of linemen have done a phenomenal job tonight.
Here we go. 2nd and 5 now for the Chiefs out of West Ouachita. Ellis under center. There's that option. And my goodness. Holy cow. I'm trying to see who that was on the outside. Tarver Landry read that absolutely perfect and just picked him up and threw him down. And a big tackle right there for the Indians.
Coach Mooder and I were talking about it at halftime. He said, he asked me one question. Are our safeties playing downhill tonight? Absolutely. They've done it all night long. Fisher and Tarver they're playing at 6 yards, so they're almost like another set of linebackers, and you're taking the actual backers that are in the middle and putting them outside the tackle box and putting a lot of pressure on this offense.
West Ouachita going to throw, and Mohammed Abeldadi, and look at Jackson Tarver into the end zone. Touchdown, Tioga! Jackson Tarver with the interception return for a score.
Well, he just stiff-armed 2 guys, and I think he threw one of them off of him. But, again, Jackson Tarver, great job right there. Mohammed with the pressure on the edge, and we've got a flag. So we'll hold on here and see what we've got before we get too excited.
Here we go. Let's see what the call is on the play. Going to be against Tioga. But
head-to-head.
It's going to be, it's still going to be, looks like it's going to be Tioga ball.
Yeah, it'll be Tioga's ball, but helmet to helmet, it looked like is what he called. I'm not sure. Billy's trying to get a little official award.
I'm trying to sneak over here and take a look and see what it was.
Blindside. Okay.
Blindsided block right there by Tioga after the interception. So Tioga will get the interception. So Jackson Tarver does get the interception, but the touchdown is not going to hold true there. So out comes the offense for Tioga with 10 minutes and 9 seconds left here in this third quarter. Tioga on top 34-0. Kervin Johnson, top of your screen. You got Christian Isles, Angelo Shelton at the bottom. Kenny Ponche standing to the left of your captain, Case Malone. And they hand it off to Kenny. Kenny, boy, what a scene. What vision by Kenny Ponche. Breaking tackles. Kenny. And he goes out of bounds on his own here about that 4 or 5 yard line here. And that'll move the chains, and it'll be a 1st and goal to go for the Indians.
Great job right there by Kenny to get inside, bounce it out, get out of that traffic, and get the ball down to the 6 yard line. Again, offensive line controlling the line of scrimmage, defensive line controlling the line of scrimmage. Just another typical night at the office for these Indians here early in the third quarter.
Mario Jacobs just opening some holes there on that left side there. And this time they hit it to Kenny. Kenny's tackled in the backfield, that time by number 40. That is Asher Thompson with the tackle for the Chiefs. And it's going to bring up a 2nd down for the Indians.
Well, a little slow, sweet play, and great job right there by West Ouachita reading that, getting inside the gaps, and making a stop there to make it 2nd and goal to go from the 12 now.
Kervin Johnson at the top here. He has single coverage on that side. And they're going to hand it off. And, wow, good tackle again by Thompson for the 2nd time. Yeah. And no call, so it's 50 yard at the 15-yard line, so it's going to bring up 3rd down now for the Indians.
Yeah, great job right there by Thompson shooting that gap, and nobody there to block him. So good play there by the Chiefs. About to say Indians again.
Here we go, 3rd and 15. Got to score here. Case Malone's got Angelo Shelton at the 5. Angelo makes a man miss. Angelo Shelton into the end zone. Touchdown, Tioga!
Angelo Shelton with the reception, great catch, great move, and found a way to get into that end zone on a 3rd and goal from the 15-yard line to put this score at 40-0 with 8:50 left here in the third quarter. Your Indians up.
Again, of course, those of you watching at home, 42 is the point spread there that you got to get to have a running clock. Tioga with the extra point here will be 1 short. Not that, we're hoping for that or whatever, but, that's just some little knowledge there in high school football.
And Coach Crispin's having to call a timeout.
And they're going for the 2-point conversion.
Going to go for 2 right here, absolutely.
Yeah.
Good call.
So the 8:50 left here in this third quarter. We'll take a break. When we come right back, it's 40-0. Tioga on top here. We're going to do the 2-point conversion here in just a second. We'll be right back on 446 Sports.
Tonight's game is brought to you in part by your local convenience stores, where friendly faces, cold drinks, hot snacks, and everything you need are just around the corner. For a quick stop before the big game, your hometown convenience stores are always ready, always here for you. Swing by today, and remember, support local, shop local. Highway 2080 Chevron, King Stop, Fuel Plus, Ball Chevron, and Cougar Stop.
Now's the time to get a great deal on select Kubota equipment. As the #1 selling compact tractor in the U.S., they offer the versatility and reliability to get the job done right all.
Welcome back, everybody, here as the Tioga Indians will come out and try to get the two-point conversion. 8:50 left here in this third quarter. 40-0 Tioga on top of West Ouachita. This has been an absolute clinic tonight by this Tioga Indians team on all three phases of the ball game. As Case Malone is in the shotgun, Kenny Ponche stands to the right. They fake it to Ponche. Case Malone throws low and caught by Christian Isles for the two-point conversion. So 42-0 here. We're going to take another break here. We're trying to pay some bills. 8 minutes, 50 seconds left here in this ball game. 42-0, Tioga on top. We'll be right back.
Firehouse Subs just partnered with Hot Ones to create 2 new hook and ladder subs.
One with pickles marinated in Last Dab Reaper sauce to test yourself.
And a milder one with crispy garlic chips if tests aren't really your thing.
Find out how hot you like it for a limited time at Firehouse Subs.
Welcome back, everybody. 8 minutes and 11 seconds here. We're going to have a running clock here for the rest of this ball game. Tioga 42, West Ouachita 0. Ethan Bridges kicks it deep. And that is going to be a touchback here. We'll leave it here as well, 7:55 here. And stay tuned at the end of the ball game. We have our 446 Sports Player of the Game, our Express Employment Professionals Lineman of the Week, and our Southern Air Cool Play of the Game. Brought to you by all of our sponsors here. Of course, our title sponsor, Kingstop Chevron, 28 East Chevron. The title sponsors of 446 Sports and Tioga Football. And, man, what a night, 42-0.
You know, you worry about homecomings, but I can tell you what, the Indians tonight came in with a plan, focused, and they have shown it tonight on this field as you've got the best 11 on that field right now.
Christian Isles playing safety right now. I love it. Him and Jackson Tarver. And tackle made. The whistle was blown, should I say. Tackle might not have been made, but the whistle was blown. And let's see who's getting up off the ground.
That looks like Tucker.
Or that's A.J. Adams.
Oh, A.J. Adams. Little shoulder, looks like.
Might have been a little stinger there, kind of.
Well, I can see why, because I'm telling you, they have not let up at all tonight. They have been laying the pads to the Chiefs for 3 quarters so far tonight.
Shout out to our buddy David Jones. That's some good chicken, wasn't it?
Oh, my gosh. Thank you, David. Man.
David does a great job. He always cooking for the quarterback club. Whew. And we went down there and got a little barbecue chicken. It was absolutely fantastic. Thank you so much, buddy, for all you do. They're going to carry it there up the middle. Tackles by Trayshawn Fisher and Chase Thomas for the Indians. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
You know, these guys, you hear their names all night long. They've done a phenomenal job all year long of just doing their job. And to have this kind of front and to have this group of guys, 6 to 7 linemen just in a rotation, that's been a huge advantage for these Indians all year on defense.
3rd down now for the Chiefs. 5:50 left here in this third quarter. We have a running clock here. 42-0 Tioga on top of West Ouachita. And there's that quarterback keeper. And a good job right there. Helmet comes off of one of the Indians. And that's Cohen Henry. With a tackle, helmet comes off, so he's got to come out for one play. I guarantee you he'll be right back on the field as soon as that play is over. As soon as he gets that. Shane, is that like a do-rag he's got on there? What's that, man? He's worried about his waves?
He said, I don't know.
I was going to say, he don't have much hair. Cohen Henry comes out of the game for one play here. It's one of the leader captain on that defensive side, and they're going to punt it away. And this time they punt it away from Jackson Tarver. And see, Cohen Henry comes out of the game for one play, and they don't kick it to him with a punt.
That's right. Absolutely.
4:50 left here in this ball game. 42-0. Tioga on top of West Ouachita. Again, reminder, programming note, We normally do our reservation roundup every Thursday night at Quibido's at 7 p.m. It will be Tuesday night. Tuesday night at Quibido's will be the reservation roundup this week here, doing some schedule changes here. So make sure you come out, you support, bring the whole crew. You can always get some great food, those wings, the Tioga wings over there at Quibido's. So make sure you come out and support Tioga on Tuesday night. And then Friday night, we're at Peabody High School to take on Coach Washington and his first year coaching at Peabody for their former Southern Jaguar. Played with my son over at Southern. And Kenny Ponche with the handoff and gets hit about that 37-yard line, and it's going to bring up second down.
Yep, Coach Washington and the War Horses, few growing pains. They've had a decent season, but transition's always challenging at times, and so they've been able to face a little adversity and do pretty well. I'm actually trying to pull up scores now. Update on Walsman Grant. Now in the third quarter, Walsman 34, Grant 17. So they've done some scoring since the 7-7 in the first half.
Jackson Tarver with the carry for the Indians on the right side. Jackson Tarver lowers the shoulder and falls forward, but we do have a flag from that white hat all the way about that 39-yard line. And normally when the white hat throws it, it's normally a block in the back or holding.
Yeah, he's calling holding. You could see Case over there trying to find out exactly who it is so Coach Christman can find out. And you see Coach Landry and them, they're just trying to.
Tucker. Yeah, it's going to be a holding on number 55, Tucker Landry. But, again, the clock will continue to run here. 3 minutes left here in this third quarter. And, the mindset now from here to the rest of this game for the Indians is let's stay healthy.
Yep.
Let's finish what we started. I know Coach Mutter would love to have a 0 on that scoreboard for his defense. But you also want to make sure everybody's healthy, everybody's injured, nobody gets hurt. So hopefully AJ's okay. I know he took that hit a little while ago, but he seems to be okay. He's walking right now towards the bench.
Yep, 42-7, Franklin Parish over Peabody at the half.
Yeah, again, Franklin Parish, we finished the season at Franklin Parish. Case Malone in the shotgun. They're going to hand it off. Kenny with the carry. Falls forward there about the 33-yard line. Bring up third down for the Indians, and they got third and long here for the Indians.
Yeah, 2 minutes and the clock running here in the third quarter, 42-0. Your Indians up. And again, like you said, Coach Christman and that offense, Coach Landry, they just trying to keep everybody healthy here, move those chains, keep the clock running. Not sure if you'll see the ball go in the air. He might throw it here. But again, Curvin's out there on the numbers.
And Case, he does look at throwing. He's got Angelo Shelton. Angelo, little miscommunication here. Ball was thrown towards the sideline. Angelo seemed to have been running, cutting, turning that head towards the field here. So that's going to bring up fourth down. And for the first time tonight, ladies and gentlemen, we have a punt for the Tioga offense.
Yeah, Tarver's going to come in here. And, again, great job right there by the offense to handle the ball for most of the quarter. And, again, with that running clock, this second half is going to go extremely fast.
So Ethan Bridges will come out to punt the ball away for the Indians. And the West Ouachita defender will be about that 31-yard line here. And let's see how good of a leg this punt. A little high snap there, but Ethan's able to get it. What a good punt, dude. Just absolute from where he was at. I thought they fair caught it, but he didn't. Cuts back up the middle, and a tackle made by Christian Isles with a beautiful tackle all the way at the 49-yard line.
Great job right there by Christian, and also Bates there regrouping and making the play on
Lorenzo Price with the return.
That's what I thought. Another score, final, Bunkie 26, Buckeye 7.
That was I think they played last night. That was a Thursday night game, I believe, that Buckeye and Bunkie game, which is great. I didn't know who won that game.
Well, it says today, so you never know what the score stream what they're saying. And here we go. So we're not ready to go. They're ready to go, boy. You can. They call timeout. Look,
that coach is madly.
Here he comes. He's already out to the numbers. He's wanting them all to come over here to the sideline now.
That's it. Timeout, Tioga, as that's the end of the third quarter. Look, we're going to take a break because we might not get another one the rest of the way here. 42-0. Tioga on top of West Ouachita. We'll be right back on 446 Sports.
When it comes to celebrating big moments, BK Distributors has you covered. From eye-catching fathead decals and senior banners to custom cutouts that bring your favorite faces to life, we help make memories larger than life. Cheer loud and proud with hand fans and personalized signs, or honor achievements with awards and trophies that shine just as bright as the people who earn them. Whether it's for your school, your team, your business, or your community, BK Distributors delivers quality, creativity, and service you can trust. BK Distributors, where every moment deserves to stand out.
Welcome back here, everybody. Here we're starting the fourth quarter. Your Tioga Indians on top 42-0 over the West Ouachita Chiefs here. This is a 446 Sports production of Tioga Indians football, brought to you by King Stop Chevron and 28 East Chevron, our title sponsors. Again, stay tuned to the end of this game here. We will have our 446 Sports player of the game, our Southern Air Cool play of the game, and our Express Employment Professionals lineman of the week. Thank you to all of our sponsors here that help make Tioga successful here on 446 Sports. Again, my name is Billy French, alongside my partner, Coach Thomas Scully, and our producer, Shane Henry. Thank you so much for tuning in. Appreciate all the love and on the chat on YouTube. Thank you so much, guys. Here we go, and they're going to look to pass, and he's got a man over the top. But there's Jackson Tarver. Look at Jackson Tarver with the good closing speed right there by number 8.
Yeah, Tarver playing at that 6-yard distance from that tight end. They did a little tight end release, put a little air under it, and he was able to make up some ground there. Tarver was right at the last moment.
So, again, they had threw with 5 seconds left on the clock there a little while ago, but that's going to be the end of the third quarter. So we do get another break. We get to pay a few more bills, Shane. So we're going to take a break. 42-0, Tioga on top. We'll be right back on 446 Sports. Welcome back, everybody, here to Tumey-Ingram Field, the reservation, as the Tioga Indians get ready to start this fourth quarter of action. Again, my name is Billy French, alongside Coach Thomas Scully and our producer, Shane Henry. Appreciate everybody tuned in here tonight for a Tioga Indians ball game. Of course, we are sponsored again by King Stop Chevron, 28 East Chevron, trying to get as many live mentions out as I possibly can. We got a running clock here tonight, so we don't know how many more commercials we're going to get here. So appreciate everybody tuned in. You can always take a look. All of our sponsors are in that top right-hand corner of your screen. We rotate them out. So, again, if you're ever interested in becoming a sponsor, if you're a local business owner and you want to sponsor Tioga football here on 446 Sports, please reach out to me. Again, my name's Billy French. You can reach me on Facebook. That's the easiest way. I'm there, Billy J. French. You can see me and you can message me, and we'll definitely take care of it for you. Get you to be a proud Tioga supporter here on 446 Sports. West Ouachita at the 49-yard line. Look at Wesley Sherman ready to roll on that right defensive end. They hand the ball off, and he's got a seam all the way to the 30, 20, 10. Touchdown Chiefs there as they start off the fourth quarter with a touchdown run by Caleb Carpew.
Yeah, Tarver stepped outside. He went to the pitch man. He handed it off to the fullback there, Carpew, and he was able to score. Again, when you're playing that tight in that secondary, that's the only downfall to letting a guy get loose there on that dive.
So the first score of the game, and they're going to do that swinging gate. And some life over there on the West Ouachita Chiefs sideline. Kick is up. And kick is good. 11 minutes and 14 seconds left here in this ball game. And West Ouachita ends the drought there as the score is now 42-7. Tioga on top here, as again we do have a running clock, and let's see what this Tioga offense here decides what they want to do, if they want to open it back up here or just kind of milk that clock.
Yeah, Coach Christman's not happy, and he has the right. The thing is, defense has been playing lights out. They missed the assignment. And when it comes down to that triple option, if somebody doesn't do their job, they're going to give up some points, and that's exactly what happened, and that's why he's standing there talking to a couple of those defensive linemen. Somebody missed the dive guy, and, that's how they ended up scoring those seven points.
Yeah, you have no help. When your safeties are playing 5 yards off the ball, you have no help there. If you miss that tackle to the outside, there's no amount of speed that's going to catch up to that here. So Cohen Henry comes onto the game. At the hands crew right there at the front. Look at Tucker Landry right in the middle. See if he can get him another one like he did last week. And they're going to pooch kick it here. So they are going to go to Angelo Shelton. And he better pick it up. And I guess he does. Yeah, he does right at the 5-yard line. And Angelo just trying to break tackles, and he gets from behind. And he makes something out of nothing right there. Catches it on the 5 and gets all the way to about that 24-yard line, 23-yard line. And so a decent return by Angelo Shelton.
Yeah, great job right there by Angelo to pick it up. Again, when you're the lone wolf back there, it's kind of tough sometimes, and he did a great job. Again, his speed, you just saw a glimpse of his speed where he had 3 or 4 guys. He made a couple moves, and the guy that actually passed him up actually came back to catch him. But if he doesn't catch him, there's nobody down that sideline right there to catch Angelo.
Absolutely. So the starter's still out of there for the Tioga were Maxwell Byard, Mario Jacobs still out there, all Tucker, and the whole offensive lineman there, Roy. And so the entire starting lineup still out there for Tioga with 9 minutes left here. Kervin Johnson at the bottom of your screen, Angelo Shelton at the top, and they hand it off to Kenny Ponche. Kenny's going to follow a couple blockers and cuts back up to the middle, and Christian Isles locking up with the safety there, but Ponche picks up about 2 yards.
Yeah, great job with Kenny. What you want to do is be able to get this clock in. Again, these guys, majority of these guys out there on that field right now, seniors, and it's their homecoming. Hey, let them get out there, and I promise you, Coach said, y'all want to come out, and they said absolutely not. So giving them an opportunity, 42-7 might be the score, but these guys know that this is their last homecoming they'll ever play.
Here we go. 2 receivers top of your screen. That's Kervin Johnson at the bottom. Kenny Ponche, they do the quick toss to Kenny to the outside. Kenny breaks 1 tackle, still on his feet, crossing the 30-yard line, and is tackled right at the 30. And a pickup of about 4 to 5 yards here is going to bring up 3rd and about 3.
Well, having Tarver back there to be able to do that kick out and pull in the guard right there, and Troquel, that's an advantage that these Indians have with the size that they have on that offensive line.
Here we go. 3 receivers now. You got that same formation where Kervin's kind of standing right behind Christian Isles.
They got a few more guys out there this time.
Yeah, this is that quick pass. Yep, there it is to Kervin. Kervin's going to break to the outside. Good tackle right there by number 12.
Oh, my
and
gosh.
Another flag from the White Hat all the way back from that 10-yard line. This has been consistently on the block at the back or holding by the Tioga offense.
He's going to call holding, but, here's the thing. He picked up no yardage. The clock's running.
Yeah.
And we're still trying to find a way to throw flags.
I wouldn't be surprised to see if West Ouachita just waves that one off. Holding. No, they're going to take it. So it'll back him up and give him another chance. I mean, I don't think I guess I can see what
they're going to go from the spot.
Yeah, I can see what it was 3rd and 3, so he maybe got back to the line of scrimmage. So, it would still be 4th and 3 if you don't go it. But they're going to give Tioga another shot, so it'll be 3rd down and about 12 now. 6:50 left here in this 4th quarter, 42-7, Tioga on top. I just don't know if you want to give Case Malone another chance with throwing the ball. Case drops back. He's got Kervin. Kervin Johnson makes an adjustment, catches it at the 40. Kervin pushed out of bounds, and an absolute Case Malone to Kervin Johnson.
Well, I was looking for a flag again to make sure nothing hit the turf before I got too excited. But again,
that's why I said you don't take the penalty right there. You let Tioga probably punts that ball.
Yeah.
If you don't take that penalty.
Well, no fault to, if you're a coach at West Ouachita and you see somebody do that to you, you can't be happy. But guess what? When you're pinned back in your own territory, you've got to be able to do something to get out of there. And the connection that they have, that's what happens.
Christian Isles with the catch there and rolls forward, lowers the shoulder, runs somebody over. And Mr. Homecoming King just laid the wood right there on that reception.
Great job by Christian. He's done that all year long, Mr. Go-To, when you need it, and he did a great job right there.
5:40 left here, 42-7. Tioga on top, 2 receivers top, and they hand it off to Kenny Ponche. Kenny's going to follow that block, get up the middle here and fall, and tackled again by number 40, Asher Thompson. He's been making a lot of tackles for that Chiefs defense.
Yeah, Thompson's in the bright spot for the Chiefs on defense tonight. And look, again, one of those rebuilding years. Those guys are going to come back stronger than ever. Last year they had a wonderful season. I think they were telling us, 10-2 on the season. So, again, they'll bounce back.
Give it to Kenny again. Kenny up the middle, lowers the shoulder. Kenny Ponche with the 9-yard touchdown run.
Great job right there by Kenny, doing what Kenny does, running right over those Chiefs to get in that end zone to increase the lead 48-7 with 4:50 and counting left on the clock here in the fourth quarter.
Well, I tell you what, though, it doesn't matter if it's a 3rd and 2 or a 3rd and 15. This Tioga offense can score and can pick up chunk yardage. That's why I say the more times you let Case throw the ball, the worse your defense is going to look, because he can absolutely just throw it up there for Curvin to grab it here. Christian Isles hold it for Ethan Bridges, and the kick is good here. 4 minutes, 20 seconds left here in the ball game. Tioga extends the lead back to 42, so it's 49-7. Tioga on top. We'll keep it here again. Stay tuned. Next week, the reservation roundup will not be on Thursday night. It will be Tuesday night at Quibido's. Same menu, same everything. It'll just move from Thursday to Tuesday, so make sure you're there. Come bring a whole bunch of people and eat some good food at reservation roundup at Quibido's.
Yeah, and you think about this season. Now we'll be 7 games in on the season, and your Indians are going to be at 6-1 on the year, going over to Peabody there in Alexandria, and look, it's going to be a great atmosphere again. Being able to play teams in your community is a huge advantage, and you can't be, you got to look forward to those types of games.
Absolutely. Clock continues to run here. 3:20 left in this ball game as Ethan Bridges will get ready to kick it off here. 49-7 is the score. Your Tioga Indians on top of West Ouachita, the Chiefs. Appreciate everybody tuned in on YouTube, Facebook, and all the formats that we have here. Roku. Of course, thank you so much for everybody tuned in here. Proud sponsors of this Tioga Indian. Of course, our title sponsor is Kingstop Chevron and 28E Chevron, the title sponsors of Tioga football on 446 Sports. Ethan, not in a hurry here to go ahead. And here comes the kickoff for Ethan. Good low. Fielded at the 6-yard line. Tackle, and what a tackle right there by Trayshawn Fisher with a big, big hit right there in special teams.
Great job by Trayshawn. He's done it all year long. Again, we've talked about this several times. Coach Chrisman and that coaching staff putting their best 11 on every opportunity they get. And again, these guys going down, playing all out with 2 minutes and 15 seconds and the clock running here, 49-7. Your Indians up on the West Ouachita Chiefs. We're going to go 2-0, Billy, in district.
That's it. That's what you want.
Last year it was 0-2 to start district.
That's it. Big, big change from this year to last year. And a good run right there by number 12. That is Trigger Booth, the backup quarterback for the Chiefs, the sophomore, getting in there and making something happen. And
what a cool name, Trigger.
Trigger Booth. That's a cool.
Trigger.
I like that. And I'm sure his dad is probably a hunter.
Yeah.
And so that'll be a first down for the Chiefs here. As homecoming, boy, I'm telling you right now, these Tioga football players are going to be excited about that homecoming dance tomorrow after this great victory here. Toss to the outside, and a good tackle right there by the Indians. Not giving up nothing.
Mo.
Nope, that was number, no, that's 40. That is my buddy Brady Saldana.
Saldana.
I was throwing paper at his mama a little while ago through the windows here. Brady Saldana, the freshman. I'm telling you, you're going to hear that name for the next 3 years. The dude is a absolute stud. He can run the ball, but he also plays that linebacker's position. So you're going to hear him. That is freshman Brady Saldana with the tackle right there. Right back up the gut, spinning around. And that was Rose with the tackle for the Indians there.
Another young linebacker.
Yes, I'm telling you, the
depth.
The depth is pretty good. You got some talent here for Coach Crispin here on these younger guys in this freshman class. They don't get a whole lot of playing time, but man, they're pretty good too. So it's going to be fun for the next few years here at Tioga.
Absolutely, and it's always good. You got some former seniors down there talking to a few of those older classmen. It's always good to have those guys come back.
Absolutely. Here we go. And they'll hand the ball off. That's Ellis. No, that's Booth with the carry here. And that should do it, ladies and gentlemen. That's going to be your final score here tonight. Is the Tioga Indians 49, West Ouachita Chiefs 7 on homecoming night. We're going to take our final break. We're going to come back. We're going to announce our 446 Sports Player of the Game, our Southern Air Cool Play of the Game, and our Express Employment Professionals Lineman of the Game. We'll be right back on 446 Sports.
Tonight's game is brought to you in part by your local convenience stores, where friendly faces, cold drinks, hot snacks, and everything you need are just around the corner. For a quick stop before the big game, your hometown convenience stores are always ready, always here for you. Swing by today, and remember, support local, shop local. Highway 2080 Chevron, King Stop, Fuel Plus, Ball Chevron, and Cougar Stop.
At Woodman Life, we believe in standing strong for our communities because together we can build a brighter future. From supporting local schools with resources and scholarships to sponsoring programs that give children the tools they need to succeed, Woodman Life is proud to invest in the next generation. Our members live, work, and serve right here in your hometown, volunteering and making a difference where it matters most. When you see Woodman Life, you see neighbors helping neighbors and a promise to keep giving back. Woodman Life, standing strong for community, standing strong for you.
Welcome back, everybody, to Tioga High School, the reservation, Tumey-Ingram Field. Your Tioga Indians defeat the West Ouachita Chiefs at a score of 49-7, and an absolute domination tonight by the Indians here on all three phases of the ball game. Offense looked phenomenal. Defense didn't give up a touchdown to the late in the ball game, that fourth quarter, and the special teams were just absolutely just on fire all night, Coach.
Yeah, and they were. And, when you look at the overall of what this team's been able to do, and I said it right there before we went to the break, last year 0-2 starting out in district. Now they're 2-0. They're in the driver's seat of what they need to do. And if you ask any player, you ask any coach on this team, they're worried about what Tioga's doing in Tioga only, and that's what you got to love about it. Next team up will be the Peabody War Horses, and now that they'll turn their focus to the Peabody War Horses. They're not looking ahead to anybody else. They're focused on the next team in line. And again, it gives them an opportunity at 7-1 to go down the road to Peabody and get another opportunity for another win against a quality program.
Yes, just let them worry about homecoming tomorrow. Let's start focusing on Peabody Sunday.
Yep.
Enjoy your homecoming, young men and ladies, the cheerleading and everybody out there. Y'all enjoy your homecoming here because you deserve it after a big win, 49-7. As we do every week here, we have our 446 Sports Player of the Game, our Southern Air Cool Play of the Game, and our Express Employment Professional Lineman of the game. And we'll start with the Express Employment Professional Lineman of the game. This young man, I say young man, he looks like a grown man, absolute had himself a night here, just creating so many big holes, was number 74, Mario Jacobs. Absolutely was just mauling the defensive line here, giving a bunch of room not only for Case Malone to pass the ball, but Kenny Ponche to run it. So our Express Employment Professional lineman of the game is number 74, Mario Jacobs. So congratulations to you, young man. Well-deserved award. Coach, go ahead and announce our Southern Air cool play of the game.
The cool play of the game, of course, Malone to Shelton late in the second quarter, a throw and catch on a long third down play, and Shelton was able to find a way to get into the end zone. Again, Shelton's been there all season for the Indians. Tonight was his kind of night to go out in style and to be able to put some points on the board for himself and the Indians.
Absolutely. So congratulations. That's our Southern Air cool play of the game. Case Malone to Angelo Shelton for the score. And our 446 Sports player of the game, man, we could have went a lot of different directions here. And again, we try to, we're like, we can't give it to the same guy every time, blah, 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 blah. But then, you sit there and you think about the way all season long, how consistent this young man has been. When we needed something, touchbacks, all kind of stuff, and it's well-deserved, is number 16, Ethan Bridges. Our kicker is our 446 Sports player of the game here. He missed one extra point tonight, and that was because after the penalty, it backed up another 20 yards. That was the only miss, and he hadn't missed, I don't believe, an extra point since week 1 against Sterlington. So he's had a great run here. So Ethan Bridges is our 446 Sports player of the game. And Coach, great night of football here. If you're an Indian fan, of course, we appreciate everybody tuned in here. Again, don't forget Tuesday night at Quibido's, the reservation roundup has been moved from Thursday night to Tuesday night. So make sure you come out, feed the family, get you a good meal. It's a really good price. They have the best chicken cracklings on the planet. So if I could tell you, give you everything they cook is great. Don't get me wrong, but I am in love with those chicken cracklings. So I actually ate that last year during the show, and I was by myself. I didn't have you there to help me. And I choked, and for 8 minutes, I'm coughing live on air. But I still eat them every week, no matter what.
I'll tell you what, they were phenomenal last night, along with that burger we had. Shane and I tell you, we couldn't wait till it was over. We ate our burgers like in no time. I told him, he said, those patties look like they were like 1.5 pounds, huh, Shane? And those things were huge, man. Big onions, such a juicy burger, but the chicken cracklings, no doubt. And then the special Tioga wings that Quibido's they do for us on Tioga night when we have the reservation roundup there. So, again, Antonio and that crew over there at Quibido's, thank you again, supporting that community. And what about the tailgating tonight for the homecoming? Again, last week it was a different type of tailgating. Tonight,
the reunion stuff.
Yeah, man, it had more. It looked like a college atmosphere right out there in the parking lot. But again, great atmosphere tonight. Great win for the Indians. Looks like we got away without anyone being injured. So we'll be at full strength again next week. Hopefully, we'll get Hayden Laborde back. He'll be back and going again. But again, what a great job by this offense, defense, and the special teams. So proud of these Indians. 6-1 on the season. Hey, I don't know what else you can say about them.
That's it. 49-7. Tioga defeats West Ouachita here at the reservation, Tumey-Ingram Field. Again, next week we head over across the river, head over to the Peabody High School that we'll take on Coach Jamar Washington and the War Horses here. It'll be a big game here. Tioga trying to move to 3-0 in district play. So make sure you come out to the reservation roundup, but make sure you come out to Peabody as well and stack the house here and show that support for your Tioga Indians. Again, my name is Billy French, alongside Coach Thomas Scully, and, of course, our producer. Thank you so much. Great job tonight, Coach Shane Henry did a great job with the camera and everything here, making sure we're up and running. Without him, I promise you, we couldn't do it. I promise you. So thank you, Shane, for all you do. And he's becoming such a pro with watching his son score. The camera doesn't move anymore. Those first 2 touchdowns that his defensive linebacker son scores, you get a little excited. You get jumping up and down. It's old hat to him now, buddy. He's used to it.
I was wondering if you had gotten any message about, for the first couple games, hey, are y'all going to move the camera? I don't think we got any tonight, Shane. So, hey, kudos to Shane, man. Kudos to Shane. Hey, and thanks of the red flags, too. We got to thank Do you know who gave us those?
I don't know who. They left them on our chairs. We got some Tioga
Yes.
Indian Southern Spirit Designs, LLC. They are not sponsors of 446 Sports, but you know what? I don't care. We're going to show them up. Southern Spirit Designs, LLC. Thank you for our red Tioga towels that we got here on our seats tonight. So, again, 49-7, your Tioga Indians on top of the West Ouachita Chiefs. Thank you so much for tuning in. Appreciate everybody, all the comments, all the love. Let's go ahead and get ready for another big week of football. Players, enjoy your homecoming night.